Damn
Did you
it.
remove it? Did you get it out?
Do you need me to come over there right now?
We're live.
Break.
We're live. We're live.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Uh,
what's up?
Hey,
what's going on, YouTube?
Hey guys.
Missed y'all. We missed y'all. We went a whole week without live broadcasting because we were
Missed you so bad.
busy. We're so busy with Josh winning all the medals and
Woo!
and a little game called Artemis.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that.
I'm so jealous. It sounded amazing.
Okay, for starters, for y'all who don't know where we are, I'm Michael.
I'm Chris.
I'm Josh.
I'm Zach.
I'm Simon.
And we got a special guest, Mr. Samson over here with Scattershot Painting.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
It's like we just saw you.
I know, right?
You know, you're correct.
Meet you in
So,
person.
It was good times, man. It was good times.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Oh, we had a blast. I got like such a hard on. Like I've been walking around with a perma wood for the past week, man.
You're probably going to get arrested at HEB with that, so...
That's all right.
Oh yeah, by the
Food section.
way, by the way, everybody watching right now and possibly listening later, Josh is actually broadcasting from HEB. He's doing his shopping right now. So,
Don't forget the toilet.
like,
But he loves the Forgotten Legion so much, you know.
he had to get in here to talk about how many medals he won.
That's right.
That's what's up.
Quit hating. Quit hating.
Oh, man. Yeah, so...
Some non-dairy creamer.
I think we should just have a whole show of going around the store with Josh as he buys things.
What's in Josh's cart?
Don't put heavy flow maxis.
Fat free. We don't want that fat free bullshit.
That gives you the shit.
Yeah, watch out for that diabetes stuff too.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
All right, so everybody that's in the live chat right now needs to tell Sam Fisher happy birthday. That's what they need to do. It's a late birthday, but you know they just need to let him know.
Tell Dave Sampson happy birthday too, man. Shit. How old are you now, David?
I am 3 years away from 40, and I can't wait to get there.
You can't wait to get to 40.
Can't wait to get to fucking 40. I'm almost to my deathbed.
What I was gonna say, what do you think happens at 40? Because a couple of us here are 40. We could tell you about it.
40 sucks.
That's when you get your second growth.
Yeah,
You grow.
It's like
out.
puberty too.
so much closer to
Except
retirement.
it's more like around the waist, right, than in height.
Yeah.
Yeah, below the waist.
Yeah, that is a good point, David. I thought when I turned 40, I was like, you know what? About 20 years till retirement. It's I can kind of see a light, sort of, in the far distance.
I'm looking at I got 15 more years my house will be paid for, 25 more to go, and I'll just be chilling around the house doing nothing.
Yeah, that happens.
We'll just be doing live webcasts.
I'll be planting shit in the yard and screaming at kids to stay the hell off my lawn.
Oh, you can do that now. I do that.
Oh no, I've got 5 kids, man. I just go ahead, just destroy the yard, do your thing.
I
Consider go in the yard and play.
yell at the neighbor kids.
Yeah, well, my neighborhood. I don't know if you want to scream at the neighbor kids. They carry guns.
Oh, true. Well, we're in Texas. Everyone carries a gun. I think my 8-year-old neighbor kid carries a gun with him. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My cat carries a gun.
Yeah.
Hey,
Even
so,
our pets are armed.
that was an Asian for you, pretty. I know you're into that thing, that kind of stuff.
I don't know.
HEB.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Croissants.
Oh,
Are you buying croissants right now?
Do you have a list? Do you have a list, bro, or are you just impulse buying? Like,
Josh is
oh,
one of the people who just goes in, he's like, oh, this looks good, whatever.
That's actually the best type of customer, Simon.
I'm sure it is.
yeah.
All I was
Stupid
told was
Pretty's product placement.
$60.
Yeah,
Stretch it.
So for those of you that don't know, I run a grocery store. Actually, I run a store in the chain that Josh is walking around in right now. So
Represent.
So Josh knows to throw Chris's name around.
So,
Like,
Chris, can we get them as like a sponsor for the Forgotten Legion? You know?
Well, actually, here a few weeks ago, the company does this Slim Down Showdown weight loss thing.
oh man.
people that were in it, I know one of the guys, and so they ask you to comment on their blogs and stuff like that. So I commented on the blog, and I used my email address, my personal one, without thinking. It's tied to WordPress, which is tied to the Forgotten Legion. So the tag on there was Chris Pretty Forgotten Legion 30K, and I was like, oh, like conceivably 87,000 or 90,000 employees could see that. That's
Got him.
Got it. Yeah, they're ours now.
Hey, dude, Ryan Kimmel's on, dude. Ryan Kimmel's in the chat. What's up,
No
Ryan?
way.
He
Get
said
his cherry popped.
get his cherry
Indiana
popped.
Bridges.
Indiana Bridges. Damn right.
Hell
Yeah. So for those of you that are new, we normally don't go shopping with Josh on camera.
We should.
We should, though.
This
This
might
is a
be
plus.
this might become a segment though.
But if you guys like it.
Yeah. Next week I'm going to the rub and tug.
Oh, Mr. Josh, what is this camera?
I don't know.
Oh, he's so funny.
The cash.
Huge tiger penis.
Oh, yeah.
That got real.
Our number of subscribers is dropping.
They're dropping. We're real big in Asia.
Yeah.
Didn't
Asia
happen
and Canada,
anymore.
apparently.
Just lost our sponsors. There go our sponsors.
Look, if they're gonna get mad about that, I don't want them as our sponsors anyways.
Well,
I'll
hopefully
show you. I'll show you my
Scattershot is
penis.
okay with rub and tugs, I think. So
Chris Birch is definitely okay with rubbing tugs.
You heard it here first, fellas.
Greg hands out the rubbing tugs.
That's how y'all got that Warlord painted so fast.
Hey, Barth. Get over here, Barth.
It's been 30 minutes. It's been 30.
I'm getting all pent up again, Barth. Need the full release.
The whole time.
they've got a bunch of lotion there. Just keep your hands lotioned.
It's starting to chafe here, guys. Come on.
Oh.
Thought
So,
we were taking the airbrushes. No, we weren't.
For those of you who don't know, Scattershot Painting actually took Janice, Josh's Warlord Titan. Actually, if you're watching this video, we have another video on YouTube that shows like a little clip of what happened. But Samson, Chris Birch, Greg, and Barth actually took Josh's Warlord Titan and did like an Oprah extreme makeover in 9 hours on the Warlord.
No, it's okay.
Gregory was in there too. Don't forget Greg. Greg Shea.
I say Greg.
Okay.
Hey, covered it.
Shuttle.
Yeah. That was awesome.
So like what brought that about? Like we didn't even like talk about like how that happened.
Yeah,
I was
that's what
trying to
was
get some. I was trying to get some OSL done. Like they were like, "Come up, get some OSL done," and then fucking Josh again steals the thunder and takes.
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying. I just
what
want.
had happened like several months back? Me and when I first met Josh, I was talking, just being real cool with him, and then he complimented my OSL, and like I told him, I was like, dude, at Adepticon, just bring whatever you want, bring it to the room. We're gonna throw some OSL on it free charge. And then,
Warlord Titan.
Bring whatever you want. Oh.
Any model you want. Oh yeah.
the funny thing about that is like
really?
he brought it up to the room, and me and Birch both just looked at each other. Me and Chris were like, we didn't say shit. We just both looked at each other.
Oh, y'all are in
And
sync.
we were instantly both on the same page, and we was like, oh no, fuck this. So we just dove in and just went.
Okay, look. So there's a little bit of backstory here. So we can back up a little bit. Prior to that, like we had a full day of just. It was narrative play because it was Was it Saturday? No, it was Friday. We had the narrative, right?
God.
Hold on.
Narrative was
When did I
Thursday,
get-
stupid. Narrative.
Oh, yeah, okay, so this is tournament play. I got fucking totally blitzed, and I can't even remember most of the day because I was so fucked up. I mean, like, I was taking shots of Fireball, I was drinking Jameson.
There was
then,
Black Velvet involved, I think.
Black Velvet,
So much Black Velvet.
Guinness. They gave me the Guinness. Oh, yeah, I mixed everything. It was dirty. I mean, it was just one big pile of dirty. So anyway, I was trashed. And, I mean, I was like smashed beyond belief. I mean, I actually passed out in Scattershot's room, in David's room, and I mean, I was like on the bed. I apologize. I was like, did I throw up in there? I can't remember. You know, so,
Dude,
So I was the last event I had to go to was the Glowpocalypse match. The guys were in the Artemis room, and I was in the Glowpocalypse. And the lights were down. Janice was out. She was just wrecking ass, and I was blitzed, bombed out of my mind. Right. So I get out of there, and I head up. Pretties and Michael come out. And man, you missed this game. It was awesome. You should have played and this and that. So I pack up Janice, and we go up to the room, right? And I kind of creep in. I don't even know where I am. I'm laid out on the bed, face down, ass up. My back is wet. I don't know. The window's open.
Hey, man. I really want to thank you for that, bro.
this mental image. Well, actually, it's not. We saw it, so it's not so much a mental image.
Yeah. So
oddly comfortable anywhere he falls.
I vaguely remember the conversation, man, but it was like, hey, man, can we do this? And I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's party time.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. So
hate that shit.
After that, it all became a blur. So I'll let the guys take it from there because I really don't remember, to be honest with you.
Well, I remember that we passed over all consent over to Zach. Like
like I was like the power of attorney, which was kind of bullshit, but
no OSL for you, bro. But I tell you what, like earlier this,
tell me what.
I sent Samson some basilisks, man. He sent me this kick-ass little Arvis lighter and a Kit Bash Arvis lighter, and I sent him over some basilisks because he was a fellow Iron Wars player, and I was like, man, you know what? Take these basilisks, you know. And I shot him over his way. That's when I met David. Man, totally cool guy. That's all. And then in person, you just became you were pretty awesome. So, shit, yeah, man. I'm so glad we got to hook up and
yes, a couple times.
Yeah, open mouth, you know, like with some tongues.
Make it weird.
There was a lot of kissing at Adepticon.
Simon, you'll see next year.
Yeah, I mean, I got it. I feel it.
I'm surprised there was no full frontal nudity. I figured at least sometime I'd either puke on a board or run through the halls naked.
Y'all's weren't in the right place. You gotta get like the cosplay girls. That's where you get the full frontal unity, right?
There was only like 2 or 3 cosplay girls.
There was a sister
one
of
of them was
battle.
lesbian.
Yeah, she made sure to let us know.
That was pretty funny though. The way she just kind of slid that in there.
I was like, she handed me her card. I was like, so what do you do for fun? She's like, I don't know. I just kind of hang out. I'm, single, no girlfriend. And I was like, here's your card back.
I didn't want that anyways.
Just kidding. She was awesome.
Yeah, she was really cool.
I got a question, bro.
Yeah.
Like where were you right before they started filming you for the unveiling?
I was thinking a big old shit.
That's what I thought.
That's what we were all saying. That's what we're.
But like, if y'all at home watch, like, he's coming down and he's like, I think there's some sweat. He's breathing real heavy, like he can't catch his breath.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I'm
like,
because he ran down.
Have you ever been in the same room when I took a shit? I mean, come on.
I don't think the cockroaches made it through that.
Yeah, Josh actually ruined the Renaissance Hotel in Schaumburg, so forever unclean.
Unclean.
Had to jump in an hour afterwards. It was so nasty.
Well, so the reason we mentioned that is Josh was waitlisted for that Titan event that he's going to play Janice in, and so the Scattershot guys had spent all night, 9 hours, getting Janice, redone her makeup job, and I told Josh middle of the day, I said, hey, I talked to the guy that runs that Titan event, and he made a spot for you. You're not on the wait list anymore. You're in.
There's Mark, right?
It's David Pauls. I think is his last name. And he's like, yeah, dude. He had somebody else had mentioned us, and he's like, hey, just have him be there at 6, and so that was kind of our thing for getting Josh down there. But I kind of started getting worried because it was right at 6, and there was no Josh, and he wasn't answering the phone. And
whiskey shits. That's what it was. I attribute to whiskey shits.
They kind of give you the shivers.
The struggle is real.
But just seeing Josh's face whenever you came into the hall, and Janice was covered up with the TFL flag, and we had a special guest that did the unveiling.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
The barbarian.
Yeah, Lindsay the Barber game.
I saw her walking by. I was like, hold on, Lindsay, can you come here for a second?
Ma'am?
I need you for a minute. And she's like, what do you need me to do? She's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, all you have to do is pull this flag off when we tell you to. It's super easy.
And shake a little bit.
No, she did that. She did that on her own. She knew.
She knew.
Yeah.
As the
Shake
food's
them
shaking,
on.
I'm watching those chains bounce off the back of Janice, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, please,
So
no,
hot.
stop.
So
It's not sealed yet. It's not.
No, we sealed it, dude. Oh, we fucking fogged my room out.
Oh, that's right.
It was horrible.
The whole fucking 10th floor smelled like fucking
Matt Varnish.
like Matt Martin.
And ass sex and shame.
I'm sure the hotel staff's like those goddamn nerds getting high as shit in their rooms off paint.
Yeah,
and
these
shit.
fucking nerds are huffing paint in the fucking 10th floor. Why the hell? What's wrong with these people?
Just fucking huffing.
Yeah, just putting it out there. But yeah, just seeing Josh's face whenever that came off, and the Titan was there in its full glory. Beautiful, beautiful
It's so
moment.
awesome. Oh, yeah. So awesome. Like,
So-
I mean, Boner City.
So Samson, it was you guys. It was Secret Weapon Miniatures, and
Well-
Games and Gear. What all?
What we started off with was, some of the stuff that I'd won in one of the previous events. We was like, we're gonna put this shit to use. We're gonna see what we can do. So, I bought an airbrush earlier and a compressor, and we just went to town on it. We used Secret Weapon Miniatures pigments. We used Minotaur Air, which was all the Badger paints. We used Games and Gears airbrushes. We literally did all the trim work on that Titan, on Janice, with 2 brushes. And
Damn.
the guy that owns Games and Gears was like, just put them through the works, man. There was like $80 brushes a piece or something like that. It was ridiculous. And we just treated them like shit and just banged them all over the Titan, just as fast as we could, because we always run out of time like really quick. And those brushes like surprised the hell out of me, because they were like champs. They
Oh, yeah.
And,
Games and Gears definitely put out a quality product.
Yeah, I'm using the cheapo non-blue. I'm using the Games and Gear brush right now.
I don't think any of those are cheapo. They're pretty.
I mean, this is ox hair.
Yeah.
From what I was advised. Yeah.
Like,
Have you messed with these at all, Zach?
I took them out.
Dude, they're dope, dude. Like I've been painting this Anvilus like all day with it. It's still like.
Hey, did you get
I'm really abusive to
soap?
my brushes. Like I'm lucky I got so many from the treasure house that like I could just abuse the shit out of them.
Use them once and throw them away.
Yeah, but those I'm saving till I do something. I don't know. I guess worth the shit.
These are ox hair, bro.
yeah, we
So
definitely put them through a course, dude, and they did really, really good.
It's not like virgin African possum hair or something like that.
That's illegal, sir. You cannot have those anymore.
It's like we harvest these from the pubes of the wildebeest.
Well, it's like the Windsor and Newton ones, I think, are actually banned for import from the U.S. because they're some sort of like the hair they use is like an endangered species or some shit.
That's the brush I want.
I know, dude. I want a brush that I could like.
Yeah, it's like you get the FBI comes in, and they're like,
There's the good
Well,
fucker.
I remember because it happened in the summer when I was working for the company that I was at, and I saw it pop up on like the import ban list, and I was like, oh, that's a little weird.
I bet they're badass. If they're making a species go extinct, they must be badass.
They're not making a species go extinct. They just shave them and then they let them back out.
Oh, that's
Just regrow it.
That's not cool. I was kind of thinking. I was hoping that an ox died for every brush I had. and they picked the strongest hairs from the ox
only the strongest hairs.
and made
Card
the brush.
That's the brush I want right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Scattershot looks like Bert said it's weasel hair.
That's what it was. It was like
Yeah.
possum or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was badger.
Yeah, I didn't realize Sable was a fucking critter. Like,
Yeah, it's
fuck
It's a
me.
marmot.
weasel ball sack hair.
Made
So
from
you
real
mean,
ball sack.
you mean when I lick the brush, it's like I'm licking the ball sack of the sable.
It's only weird if you make it weird, dude.
Enjoy it before they go back to their short and curly state.
Yeah.
You pick up your brush in the morning, it's all curly
It's all
cute.
it's all crinkled off, all
You gotta
all ball fro.
Jesus.
Hey, pretty. So I got to pick up a bottle of wine for my old lady.
What kind of wine does she like?
It's crucial. Like, this is crucial.
What does she like, reds or?
She likes those Moscatos, you know? I mean, she likes red, but...
Go to Becker Vineyards. It's going to be closest to the...
Fucking awesome.
So you've got the two beer cases. You've got the one that has a Bud Light, and then you've got the one on the opposite side that has the nicer beers.
Look at this guy. He knows exactly where they're at.
Hey, I know my wine in that store. But look for Becker Vineyards. If you get a Moscato from Becker, she'll like it.
Okay.
Boom.
They're about $20 or so.
Giving you pearls here, man. We're passing out the
Becker
advice.
Vineyards. Okay, I'm looking.
Hey, real quick. Speaking of weasel pubes, so like apparently there's pubes all over the Warlord. Like Bart kept saying there was like.
Yeah.
Oh, come
They
on.
found so many pubes.
I
did.
got more of your pubical hair, sir, than any man on this planet.
Did you make like a little Blair Witch doll out of it?
No, I didn't want to touch him. That was Bart. Bart was like picking at him and shit. I'm like, I'm not fucking touching that. I'll just paint around it.
Yeah, you better watch out. I bet he still has them. I bet he's like.
You should have OSL'd every
Safe
pube.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking active pubes all. It looks like calligraphy all over his shit.
Bart's back in Dallas. He's going to be casting some kind of spell on Josh.
Making a voodoo doll. It looked like he seriously. It looked like he ripped his shirt off and hugged it before the wash was dry.
Whoa!
He's like,
Don't make me pull up my shirt right here in HUD.
Tell him Pretty made you do it when you do it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I told you don't bring me into this if someone pulls you over.
You're like, no, I can pop my shirt off. This manager said it was okay.
Yeah, the manager told me I can walk naked through aisle 8.
He's actually right here on my phone. I'm talking to him.
Chris, say hi.
Tell him you said it was cool, pretty.
It's cool, pretty. It's cool. I take my shirt off.
Oh, Jesus. But so let me ask you a question, Samson.
Yo.
If you guys were to do a Warlord like this normally, about how long would it take to paint? I know you guys did it in 9 hours, and there's 4 people working on it.
Yeah, I made it a point to put speed painting on the video.
Yeah,
So like, yeah.
Definitely. Well, I mean, if you figure it out, it's roughly about 40 hours is what we put into it. It was a 9-hour span, but the amount of people equaled out close to 40 hours.
Okay.
So it's typically, like, Birch typically takes around about a week. We don't typically try to fly through them, but, we just find some time. It's typically around about a week turnaround.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that.
I can see Birch yelling, "I need an avocado pit. I need some James and Gears brushes, and I need a toilet paper tube stat.
Oh,
I've painted Warlords with less."
We were straight at DEFCON 5. Like, I ran down, and in the middle of painting, I was like, fuck, I need this, and this. And I ran downstairs and just fucking got it. I was like, it was pretty intense. Because we were, like, 3 hours away, and we were like, oh, shit, we ain't got time to breathe. Y'all need to come on. Let's put this damn wash on. Come on, let's go.
Dude, y'all were MacGyvering some shit while we were there, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, we don't have any tape. How the fuck are we gonna tape this off? And you're like getting business cards. You're all.
Oh, dude, Birch
Oh,
was like,
dude.
I'm gonna show y'all how this shit's done. Broke out a business card and went to town. I was like, damn.
Yeah, did those striping?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah. Well,
Also, I thought it was cool when you guys were talking about how you were going to pull off the Eye of Horus on the flag. Just the different things. You're like, how we could do this or do this.
Yeah, Birch came up with the idea for the TFL flag. I was like, oh, that's fucking golden.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
They're thinking about like, how are we gonna? Birch was like, I don't want to, freehand, and it'll take too long. And I was like, I got it, because I had just recently brought him an Atropos for the weekend, and I was like, no, I brought him an Acheron. I brought Greg an Atropos, and in the Acheron they had the Eye of Horus. They got that little logo, and we pulled it out of the bag, and it was fucking perfect.
Oh, that's good size.
Completely perfect.
Yeah, that just fit perfectly. And that really, I think, kind of set the whole thing off. Whenever you look at it, you see the TFL flag.
It's perfect. Yeah. It's like the best. It's like one of my favorite parts.
Is that the Becker Moscato, Josh?
Is that it?
Yeah, if it says Becker, Becker Vineyards. That's it, bro.
Looks like entertainment.
Hey, it's on sale. I'm gonna get a couple of these bottles.
Take it home.
Can you buy a 6-pack, pretty? Or like, what is it?
You can, if you buy 6, you'll get 10% off, I believe.
Oh shit!
See, who says we don't throw a cheapy shut up?
I'm gonna check my 401k in the morning. So.
So you know my wife.
Just buy the 12-pack. Just buy the 12-pack.
12-pack of bottles.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I guess everybody here wants to know how Adepticon like narrative 30K went, even though we could talk about.
So titties.
So
titties.
Yeah,
So-
it was awesome.
if only we had the winning Warlord, on this cast, like then we could talk to the man himself.
Yeah, the guy that won some
Really?
medals.
The most influential trader. Yeah, that was.
I heard he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, pretty much the biggest.
He's got a huge dick.
And he leaves pubes everywhere. I heard that too.
Molts like a bird.
Yes, it was me. Yes.
Adepticon should have live streamed it. I was looking for that, but they didn't do it. I was a little hurt.
Well, not everyone has the connections
Technology.
of Stiff.
Yeah,
It's
just
technology.
No.
It's
it's a little disappointed to see.
so like I honestly I want to say like narrative wise and tournament wise, like all of us held our own pretty well. Pretty well. We did pretty good. I mean, we're no Ryan Kimmel.
Oh no.
Oh, no shit.
No, dude, that guy's fucking.
Ryan
Superstar.
Kimmel is like the titties. I had the pleasure of playing with Ryan Kimmel in the first game, and his word bearers were beautiful. I mean, they were. Oh my god.
Was he
had
the?
melted candles on his
Yep, that's the
on
one.
his Spartan? I mean, his stuff was just so titties to look at. And
Oh,
the guy is so knowledgeable. Like, you're playing with him, and he's like, whether you're playing with him or playing against him, the man is on point. And I tell you what, when it comes to like gaming experience, I'm like just balls deep on him, man. I'm like, yeah. Like this would be Ryan, and this would be like like that.
I can't believe you do that in fucking HEB.
I'm doing HEB. Yeah, that's
No, everybody Chris Pretty, man. It's like, you don't have to do it.
Hey, real quick, we did have a request for a shout out. University of Albany. I'm not sure who this guy is, but Rello's asked if we could give a shout out to a new listener. So, guy at University of Albany, here's to you.
That's Tayshawn, right? Tayshawn.
I didn't catch it, so I don't know what his name is. But that's what I was told. Anyway, that's throw that in there.
Giggity.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, I think we all did pretty well overall. I did better this year than I did last year. Last year, I kind of got my ass handed to me both days. This year was a lot more even play-wise.
How you doing?
Good.
But I think it was also good that I don't know. I think we all kind of had a better feel, or I had a better feel from our army, and I think you guys had a pretty good feel for what we were bringing to the table too.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'll tell you what, I was nervous. I got to tell you, I was nervous because this was the first time I played World Eaters. But I was so trashed, man. I think I was just like in a zone. Like I was on point. Like I was like calling my shots and stuff.
Like a savant, like like a drunk savant.
It's like Rain
yeah.
Man.
I was like, yeah. I need fours. I need fours. Yeah, so like I was like,
Karn for the charge. Karn for the charge.
Karn for the charge.
It's the movement phase. Yeah, I know.
Did we lose some more subscribers? I'm not gonna get fun of. That's my face. So hey, I'm on the last little bit of battery that I got. Hey, where are these Philly cheesesteak things?
They're gone. They don't have them. They don't have them.
So backing up.
Hold on. I may be running out of battery, so if I get cut off, I apologize, guys. But I had a blast at Adepticon. Tournament was kick-ass. The narrative was kick-ass. But I just want to plug that before I get back home and get it back on my computer. So if I get cut off, it was the lack of technology. So,
Gotcha. Well,
go ahead.
I was going to ask you guys. So for you guys, that was your first year playing at Adepticon. Kind of, what would you say was a highlight of the narrative?
The highlight of the narrative?
Yeah, for first year being there and not having played before.
Okay, I got this first. You got this first? Iron Warriors.
Fucking selfish motherfuckers.
Iron Warriors against Imperial Fist. I had full-on fluff army. I got to team up with another Iron Warriors player. against 2 Imperial Fist players. So it was like such a rock hard experience, you know, because we tore them down. Smash, 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 smash. Yes, for the Lord of Iron and no door.
Oh yeah. Josh was running Perturabo.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Josh was running his Perturabo deep strike list. With like,
Yeah, the is Hammer of Olympia, right? All Termies.
all
Terminators. Watch this. When I walk by, the lights come on. Oh wait. Now it's not doing it.
You're a fucking idiot. You're a big
I swear, man.
Look at my lights. Oh, it's not doing it anymore. Oh. Y'all aren't talking about anything, are y'all? Y'all aren't running the whole podcast.
I'm sorry. Now they're coming back on again. Oh.
So, yeah, and I think that's pretty cool. That's one of the things I like about Adepticon. You get to see those really fluffy matchups, because I think we get kind of used to, you know, we've got our armies that we like, we build an army that we like, but maybe it's not necessarily a fluffy matchup against one of our compadres here in town.
Yeah.
So getting to see that at Adepticon, I think that's pretty awesome. It's one of the things I really like about it, too.
Playing against armies that aren't like us, like not playing against each other was pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And everybody was completely chill. Like, I didn't have one game where it was like, you know, like anything about like rules or like hey, you know, trying to rush things or whatever. Like, it was all, everybody was super laid back, you know, having fun, having some drinks, rolling some dice, and just like, you know, bullshitting about, you know, whatever, and just taking your time. It was fun. It was a really good time. Playing against new armies and shit like that. It was great.
You know, even in the tournament like game, like there wasn't like people with like OP list or anything like that. There wasn't like a bunch of like whack players or anything. Like it was just people having a good time playing some Warhammer 30K.
Yeah, I think the whack was pretty limited overall. There's only a couple of instances that I saw something that I would have been like, oh, that's a pretty whack list. And for the most part, and the lists were tough, especially on the tournament day. And that's not to say that people didn't bring a tough list, but I think for the most part, people stayed pretty true to what their army was about or what their theme was about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought. What y'all think of the missions? Like, I really thought like the whole tournament, or the narrative and the tournament itself, they were well put together. Like different stuff, different. You know, you could tell like stuff would. Stuff would affect the whole game as a whole. You know, your whole side, like giving your whole team, you know, +1 to your reserve rolls, or you know, they could give your vehicle the scout ability or whatever. Like I thought it was really well put together for as many tables as they had, what they had to work with. You know, shout out to those guys, the Grey Legion, I guess. You know, Nate and Mark and Finn. Yeah, all of those guys were real badass, super you know, cool, and really good with helping people out with the rules or setup or anything that they needed to know. All that stuff was really well put together, I thought.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the other thing, you know, those guys are in it for the fluff, they're in it for the narrative, and that's what they really want to push in the event is everyone having a good time with it? Is everyone having a fluffy thematic game? And I think the missions and stuff that they did were simple enough that the missions didn't really get in the way of what you were trying to do. Sorry, Josh is making friends at the grocery store.
Yeah, I missed out
had to meet him.
Okay.
I missed out on playing in the narrative, but my memorable moment from the narrative was walking up to Josh's table, and it literally looked like the bartender was at the other side of the table. There was like bottles everywhere. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I can watch this. He kept making his opponent take shots. It was great.
Yeah, I will say TFL rolled deep with the liquor this year.
Yeah.
We actually stopped a few hours outside of Chicago to see a fire-breathing dragon.
Legit fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah, we challenged ourselves to find something cool in Illinois once we crossed the state line. And Aaron, who is an honorary TFL, he plays Infinity, not 30K, but he was with us to come to Adepticon and play Infinity. He Googled and he was like, "Oh, well, there's this fire-breathing dragon," and he started like going on, like talking about something else. And we're like, "Whoa, wait a second, let's go back to this dragon." And what it was outside of this little town called Valeria, which is not the actual name of the town, but it starts with a V, and we call it Valeria just for the dragon reference. Some dude that owns a hardware store had built a 30-foot tall steel dragon, and it was set up to blow flames out of its nostrils when you put a coin in the machine.
Or when you routed power to an outlet.
Yeah, Michael actually figured out how to hack it while we were there, so it may or may not blow flames continuously now.
Forever.
Forever. we can either confirm or deny that.
It may or may not be some sort of roadside hazard now.
Yeah. Watch yourself when you're in Valeria. But yeah, when we were there was a liquor store across the street, and you had to go over there to get the coins. There's a special dragon coin that you use to put in the box to make the dragon blow flames. So we went into the liquor store, and we started looking around, and Michael noticed these bricks of black velvet.
Black velvet. like a male stripper.
Yeah, it was so it was bricks of a dozen like airplane-sized bottles for what, $5.50, $6, something like that.
Yeah.
We bought 64 bottles.
64 bottles of black velvet.
Yeah.
TFL is not. They're not alcoholics.
Well, and in hindsight, we probably should have just bought a couple of cases, which is what we had talked about. But we're like, no, we won't use all this black velvet. Yeah, we would have drank all of it because we killed everything that we bought anyway. So, but yeah, that's we had the black velvet, and then there was a couple of liquor store runs. So our red cart that we drug around to the events. If you look on our Facebook page, the South Texas Horse Heresy 30K page, there is a picture of us holding the flag, but the red cart in the front, if you zoom in, you can see liquor bottles sticking out of the top of it.
Which, like, honestly, guys, like, pro tip, like, if you go to Adepticon, little baby bottles is the way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can pass them around to people. Like, you don't have to pass a bottle around. Just like, hey, man, here's a couple baby bottles. You get drunk, too. I get drunk over here. I got my little baby bottles. And if you want more baby bottles, I'll hook you up.
And
Easily.
I don't mono.
Yeah, and you don't get mono. Yeah.
Yeah, because one thing I did learn at Adepticon is some people have a tendency to just swig from the big bottle, and I'm like, well, wait a second, I might have wanted to drink from that.
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
But
yeah, we also though it just made our snack bag that much cooler than anyone else's there. Our road snacks, so thought that was pretty awesome too.
Fuck yeah, black velvet.
Heck yeah.
Honestly, if you're on the fence on whether you should drink cheap Canadian whiskey, black velvet will do you right. There's nothing wrong with that.
The liquor store proprietor, her words were, "It's a knockoff Crown," and we're like, "Oh, sold."
She was like so unenthusiastic about it too. It was like, "Hey, is this any good?" Yeah, it's all right. Done.
Done.
All that shit.
Yeah, but it made the perfect accompaniment to the Yeti cups with soda. So.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah. All that black velvet was delicious.
Yes, but it got handed out like candy.
Yeah. It made the narrative that much more fun. Actually, I don't think like after the first round, there's only 2 rounds of narrative. I don't think anybody like was sober after the first round of narrative.
No, I don't think so either. But we
lit.
What's that, David?
I said all you guys looked pretty lit after that. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the most lit was the trip to Giordano's and the ensuing aftermath of that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Was that's when everyone, I know that was the night that was Friday night that Josh ended up shitting in y'all's bed or whatever happened. No, he didn't actually do that.
Oh, that was disappointing. That's gonna be.
Well, it was a big bed. I had it all by myself, so as long as he shit in one corner, we're good.
But Josh just looks angry that his speaker isn't working. I don't know that he doesn't know that his speaker isn't working.
Oh, I'll unmute him. I muted him. Oh God, I don't know how to unmute him. I'm so sorry.
It looks like he's running. Is he being chased?
Do you imagine being in the store right now and watching this motherfucker walk around like just talking and screaming at his cart?
Yeah, it's not. It would not be the weirdest thing I've ever seen at work.
So Chris, is it kind of like people at Walmart? You know, it kind of goes like that,
Oh,
or
I
is it?
think he muted himself.
Yeah, it is kind of like people at Walmart.
Oh, that's
Unmute
fun.
yourself, Josh. You muted yourself. You muted yourself.
Congratulations, you muted yourself.
Yeah, Ryan said you guys made a rookie mistake. You're supposed to wait till Saturday night to get messed up after the events are over. I disagree, sir. I think we soldiered on quite nicely.
We got a full game of Artemis on. Fucking
How's
drunk as
that?
shit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, cool.
If you've ever piloted a starship in the dangerous stars, you want to be drunk for that.
Right.
Next year, you guys are gonna have to drag me up there with you.
Oh hell yeah, man!
So good of a time.
Want to watch that.
All power to navigation.
I'm just hoping that they link them next year, because that's the thing I wanted to do, was like fight against the mini wargaming guys.
Yeah, dude, they were like, man, we got to get in on this. It's like, dude, we want to play, y'all. Are you fucking kidding me? For those of y'all out there that don't know what Artemis is, it's this I don't know how to put it, like ship command simulator.
Hey, bro, 4 plums. He's not there.
What?
Oh, okay. So Artemis is this like.
Have you seen my baseball?
Anyway.
It's a ship command simulator, right? So you got like a captain, you got communications officer, you have a science officer, you have a weapons officer. Like, it is fucking nuts.
It's
like
legit.
it's like, and like everybody has their own job, and they can only see like their screen, so they only know like what they're doing. And so you have to have a captain, which was me, which was actually a lot more stressful than it sounds. But and they have to like tell you like, oh, we need power here. We need this.
Yeah. Stop. No full power. Stop choosing full power all the fucking time. Jesus fucking Christ. I've only got so much power.
Yeah, but my favorite though is when your engineers started to die.
God damn it, I'm losing engineers over here.
They knew the fucking risk.
Everything was full fucking power. I need full power rear shields. I need full power beams. I need full power fucking torpedoes. Like, fuck, how you can't put full power everywhere. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, we tried. We yelled for full power all the time. I'm yelling, give me maneuverability, 100%.
Maneuverability.
God damn it.
It was hilarious, dude. That was great. I don't know how y'all moved into this so fast, but Artemis was the tits.
That's seriously the best $5 I've spent in a freaking long time, hands down.
Who's Chewbacca? Who's that going off with Chewbacca?
It's a compressor, I think. Who's ever using it?
Yeah, that's David's compressor.
Sorry.
No. Don't be.
Sorry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we weren't sure. Like, it was me and Zach. We walk into this like dark little danky room. Like, there was like in Adepticon, there's like you'll see a video. We have video of like a walkthrough of like what Adepticon looks like. So we'll post something up. But like, there's massive rooms for like Infinity. There's massive rooms for like bolt action. There's just like huge like rooms dedicated to games going on there. And there's this little baby like black room. And why did we even look in there, Zach? Like, I don't
know. We were just kind of moving around the open gaming section, and we're like, well, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this little baby room?
Yeah, and it was dark in there, and we're like, is it a LAN party? Like, what's going on over here?
and then we saw
our eyes were
like,
opened.
So we walk in, and like we see this game Artemis being played, and like there's these people like sitting around this command console, and like I was just like, man, I wish that we were like good enough to play this someday.
Yeah, there was like a little bald dude, and he was like sitting back like fucking Picard.
He was. He had a little bandana.
Like telling all these people like what to do. Like, you know, how are we doing on power? And why don't you hail them in the D6 sector or whatever? And I was like, man, these guys are fucking legit, man. They've been playing for a while. And Michael asked the guy like, hey man, how long have these guys been playing? Like, these like the veterans or whatever. Is this the display group, like the model? And they're like, no, they've been playing for like 25 minutes or something like that. We're like, what the fuck?
This is their first fucking time? He's like, yeah, this is their first time playing. I was like, get everybody on the horn.
Yeah. Broken Arrow, get him on, get him here.
Yeah, I was down in the bar with Aaron and Jay, and we're all getting different texts like, you guys need to be up here right now. And we're like, what? What's going on?
Assemble, like, if I would have had like a conch, I would have blown it. Just,
light the fucking beacons.
The Adepticon organizers is like, why the fuck are they setting fire in the middle of the hotel? Like, don't worry about it.
Oh, they're playing Artemis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They need a crew to play Artemis.
Yeah.
So because Josh was busy with his whiskey hammer or whatever it was, like we were a man short. So and we needed.
Oh, come on, man!
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
the big loser here.
Yeah, the real TFL, like.
I didn't get to play.
Yes, the big loser who won all the awards and got a Titan painted. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Guys, trying to sound so bitter, all right? Jeez.
Thanks for all that science help, that science officer help. Like this dad walks in with his son George, right? And they're just like looking at it, and like I don't even pander to the dad. Like I immediately pandered to the kid, like, hey, you want to play this game? We need a science officer right now. I'll pay $5 entry fee. Like I'll get you in. Like we can play. And the dad's like, just get in there. Just play with them. Play with them. They look like nice guys.
They don't look all rapey and shit.
and then like, did you notice like how weird that was? Like
it was kind of awkward for like a
kid,
second.
like George sits in, and then his dad's like, later, George, in this dark room. Like,
yeah, I'll be at the bar.
They close the door, and like he's just in there with all these like grown ass men trying to play like the Starfighter game. Like,
yeah.
Good luck, George.
Babysitter in town.
Yeah, it was so cool. Our erections were so big because the game was so awesome. It was
Just text me if you need me, son. I'm gonna go ply your mom.
I'm gonna try out those anal beads.
Yeah.
Little did George know his dad had been waiting all day to find somewhere to drop him off. So
That's exactly what happened.
Stop it.
He was. Jay said George the red shirt.
Yeah. Well, Jay also mentioned just a minute ago that we needed a bartender on our ship, so we need to look for that for next year. Get us a Whoopi Goldberg in the back corner.
It's so funny.
The Whoopi.
Sam
hell no!
Sam just said, like, I don't molest kids, but like I coulda. like we coulda got you, George. We coulda got you.
Yeah. We didn't go off the vibe,
Oh God.
But
If Josh would have been there, like, it probably would have been.
well, yeah.
Dad would have been like, no, let's go over here.
Well, we would have been full. We wouldn't have needed George.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
We wouldn't have needed substitute Josh.
But he did really good for a red shirt that we pulled out of the
Yeah,
crowd.
he got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old was this kid? Like,
Oh, he was like 17, maybe.
Yeah.
Just not old enough, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't have taken any of us if we wanted something.
Yeah. Yeah. If he would have like completely sucked, we would have had to like beat the shit out. Like, I probably would have been real pissed off. Like, fucking George.
Well, because
like honestly, like if he hadn't have been scanning as on point as he was, I would have been pretty pissed. Like I would have been like, George, get off that seat.
get off my ship.
what was funny was that the guy running it had to tell us a couple times, well, this is a family game, and because we got our drinks with us, we're cussing.
Oh yeah, I was pouring black velvet at the fucking engineer.
I just remember I was sitting there and like I was like, take us through that minefield, pretty. And like that guy that was running it was like, I wouldn't do that. I was like, no, I got the best goddamn pilot in the galaxy. And that guy's
And we're dead.
like, our whole ship just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, my last word was, I'm pretty sure we could fit it here.
Boom. Oh, mines! They chase you. They attack you. No, they're mines. I didn't know that.
It's like parallel parking. Oh, I get it. Between these mines, it's okay.
That guy was like, oh yeah, those are mines. I was like, oh well, you didn't tell us. You weren't saying that shit a second ago when we were driving towards them, and then you heard me say, I have the best goddamn pilot in the galaxy. You just let me eat my words right there. You're petty. You're petty.
The cool thing was, though, he let us restart the game, and he put it like in all battle mode, so we didn't have to worry about the diplomacy or any of that crap.
Yeah, I just went like fucking balls out.
Murdered 30 ships.
So
like
he
a
put the
fucking
Imperium mode on, is what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah.
It was like computer assistance, I
Yeah.
think.
It's basically like
Put the training wheels on.
Yeah, the Borg are there. Take them out. Everybody hates you.
Dude, but the fact that we won before the fucking game was over was legit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that victory screen was probably the best thing I saw in all of Adepticon.
Oh god, there was super bro hugs all around.
Yeah.
Like we were super excited, like fully formed.
The mini wargaming guys were like, we gotta get in on this, we gotta play this. Like, yeah, dude, like this game's fucking badass. Like, you need to get in.
Yeah, they were standing behind us and watched the last few minutes of the game.
We had a little baby crowd going on.
Yeah.
Like rooting for us.
Well, we were so into it though. I think that's what made it so much fun.
Were you guys role playing?
Yeah, we
Oh
were.
yeah, totally, dude. Role playing and drinking.
You kind of have to be into it. Like you don't realize like you can't see everything that's going on. Like you have to be fully engrossed in like your screen.
I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm just taking y'all's word for it.
Yeah. Like you don't get a chance to see like I didn't get a chance to see us killing these alien ships. I have to watch out for my power.
Your back was to the screen.
Dude, like when Zach was like, "Can we not get full power to everything?
Can we get like 3/4 power? Just like maybe just a slight increase."
It's like I don't know what the fuck you do, Zach. Like you
just make it happen.
Just make it happen.
Work.
We're trying to turn here. Like
I didn't go to night school for engineering. That's your job.
Just make it so it's easier for Pretty to turn and Jay to shoot his fucking weapons. Like.
Oh, and when Jay told us that we could take power from the nukes, we were like, what?
Dude,
yeah, we died in space for a little bit. We just drifted for a while until we found that out.
Dude, but like that was like the best part when I was like, Zach, what are we out in power? And you're like, oh, we're like 20%. I was like, Aaron, how far away are we from this? Oh, we're too far. I was like, Jay, start dumping nukes and start turning them to power. Like it was like all like right when we were fighting that last behemoth thing. It was so fucking badass.
So did you really cut power to the med bay?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish. That would have been badass.
we jettisoned all those fools into the void.
It's like, dude, for real. It's like we're running low on power. Cut life support to North Bridge. There's people there, sir. Comms, bring on North Bridge. I have an announcement to make.
Yeah, we are so looking for that next year. That's going to be like night number 1. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, just drunk Artemis.
Get our black velvets ready and just hit the Artemis.
That guy's gonna be like, oh, y'all are fucking back.
A 5-hour block.
Yeah, we're just gonna rent this for the night, dude. Keep it coming.
Here's a 50. Yeah. Keep it coming. That's 10 hours of play.
Oh man. Kimmel was posted on here that he asked if any of us had played the BattleTech pods before.
Yes.
Which I have. That's like totally badass.
That's CC's Pizza shit right there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, one of the events in Dallas, they had a whole group of them slung together so you could get out there with your buddies and tear shit up.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so fucking. Jay just said dressed in uniforms. We're gonna come with like fucking straight up uniform, like way too many medals for the game. Oh, did y'all not know we were the victors last time? We took out that behemoth.
Yeah.
Did y'all? Oh, you didn't. Okay.
So anyway, Adepticon.
So we met some awesome people at Adepticon, like Ryan Kimmel was one of the guys we met at Adepticon. And he's with Freebooters, right? Ryan, you're with Freebooters? I know you're on that chat.
Yeah, he's with Freebooters. Actually, Joel Ivy, who's also has been in the chat that we met, he's with Freebooters also. He lives out in Midland, so he's another one of us Texans.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking Alamo GT.
That's right. Yeah, Joel said he's coming to Alamo. Barth said he's going to come down to Alamo.
Guys, I'm so sad I can't be there. Like, legitimately, like, depressed.
Well, you're not leaving until the next day, dude.
Yeah, but like I gotta like pack and stuff, and and I'm going to Europe for like 6 weeks.
Dude, last time I went to Europe, I packed like in an hour. Not that big a deal.
Sounds like personal problems.
Yeah, well, you know how it is.
Yeah.
How far of a drive is that for you guys?
To Europe? It's
To
pretty
Europe?
far,
It's
dude.
pretty far, dude.
Not Europe. Smart guy.
Pretty. Give me like half a second.
It's only 2.5 hours. 2 hours 20 minutes from us, give or take a few. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's no drive to Illinois, that's for sure.
yeah, no, it's like baby stuff. Where Victoria's at, we're roughly 2 hours and change from Houston. Actually, we're closer than 2 hours to Houston. 2 hours 15 to Austin, 2 hours 15 to San Antonio, an hour and a half to Corpus. So they call this area the crossroads because of the distance to these major cities.
Y'all need to come visit me.
Gotcha. So if someone was just to randomly, I don't know, hop on a plane and come down there, like what would be the best place to land at?
Houston, probably.
Houston, yeah.
Houston?
Houston gives you the most options. You could actually, it's really cheap to fly from Houston to Victoria now too. So
And one of us will pick you up.
yeah, if you did that, if somebody did that, you in this case, you could catch a puddle jumper out of Houston to Victoria. I want to say it was like $60 last time I looked. And one of us could grab you from the Victoria airport. That's totally doable.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the. I've actually got a commission lined up that I've got to get done for that.
For Alamo?
Alamo?
For Alamo, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
40K or 30K?
30K.
What? Who is it?
I can't say.
Somebody.
Confidentiality.
The whole comp, yeah. Chris Birch would strangle the life out
Does
of
that mean do people take credit for your work at like some of these bigger competitions to like win painting comp? I mean, I'm just curious. I don't know if that's a thing or what. Like, is it stolen valor? Like, oh, dude.
It is, right? I'm assuming so.
Like,
Well,
I would assume so. I mean, I haven't been doing it long enough. I'm sure.
You got to put some
happens.
kind of special design under like the bottom but rear track or something like that, or something.
Yeah,
Be like,
I just
oh, this is.
Come up with my own design for a mushroom stamp and hit it all on the bottom of all the miniatures.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I know. Last year at Adepticon, when Mark Rayleigh was doing the judging for paint, he actually was asking different people, "Oh, is this your work?" That was one of the things that they were. Now I noticed they didn't ask it this year, but so maybe that's something that's popped up in the past.
They were just like, it seemed like they were a little bit behind on the paint judging.
Yeah, I think they might have been.
But I think like we were behind in general.
When they came up to me, they found me in the middle of the game. They were like, we didn't even see your stuff. Like, where were you? I was like, I was over here playing the whole time.
Is this your shit? Like, yeah.
They did it in several rounds. Like, it wasn't just all the first round or whatever. They did it through several rounds of the gameplay because I was super stoked. I mean, just to get that paint nerd like little sticker or whatever.
Yeah.
For mine, like that's like the first. It basically just the first cut, I guess, of like we'll look at you next round or whatever, and that just like got me like fully torqued, just for just any kind of recognition or whatever as far as painting, because I've never been a big, at all really a painter or whatever, and this is kind of the first stuff that I've done fully on my own, and so I was like super stoked to get that. But yeah, they were going by during round 2, I guess. Afterwards, and looking at while I was in the middle of a game or whatever, like wanted to check out my stuff or whatever. So I was like, "That's cool, man."
Yeah, they did the same thing to me. I was right in the middle of playing a game when they was looking at it. I was like, "Oh yeah, man, pick it up, throw it on the ground. I don't care."
Throw it on the ground.
Your shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was pretty neat too. Just the paint nerd sticker was a neat touch.
Yeah, but like honestly, like if like it really like makes you want to get your shit like my stuff was like half-ass painted, and like looking at it now, having Mark Rayleigh's face that close to my stuff, and like you're getting judged. It's like, oh man, next year I really gotta fucking step my fucking game up.
Yeah.
Like I gotta strip everything.
That's exactly how I felt. My word bearers were 3-color minimum. I mean, it was barely passable. They weren't finished. And it was especially noticeable when, they had looked at that and judged it. And then when they came around during Zone Mortalis, I played my Mechanicum, which is fully painted. And Mark was like, "Oh, your stuff looks really good." And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, next year my word bearers will be up to stuff." He just laughed. He goes, "Oh, we all get busy." But it does make you really say, we got to be up to par. Get your hobby on. That or get somebody like David and Chris to paint your shit. One or the other.
I was waiting for the moment to plug Scattershot Painting. Just give us a call.
I got you covered, man. I got you covered.
We'll take care of you.
Look, just how much of a time, like a lead, do you need for Adepticon? Like a month?
Well, I mean, You'd be surprised, man. Once a customer's number comes up, because we put everybody in numbers, they all got like the little number they get. Once your number comes up, we usually bang them out pretty quick. I mean, I think if Chris told me correctly, we were putting out 2,000 points in 2 weeks tops, 2,500 points in 2 weeks.
Nice.
It ain't much. Yeah. When everybody jumps on and does their part, man, we can knock them out pretty quick.
Yeah, so you do a Warlord in 9 hours, so.
Yeah, I'm still amazed by that.
Yeah, so were we, man. We were watching the clock like, oh shit, come on, wake up, Greg, come on, wake up. There's no sleeping. Yeah, it was fun though, man. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. It was a blast.
I think my favorite part of that was like Barth went there with like no like tracks or anything signed up, and like Barth just shows up like, hey guys, like I wanna chill out and play some 30K, 40K or 30K.
Barth became our boy, man. Like he hung out with us, dude. I played open games with him, man. I took his cherry, his first 30K game. It was great. It was fun, man. He was just excited just to paint, like just to learn, and we were giving him tips and tricks. We made him sign up on Google Hangouts, and he's like, dude, it's fixing to be on. You're like our honorary Scottish Shop member here. Just let us know your schedule, and we're gonna start hounding your ass. You're gonna be on Hangouts with us.
Yeah, his enthusiasm was off the charts, man. That was super cool.
Yeah, that's what like kind of me and Chris both kind of gravitated into him, because he was oozing with enthusiasm. He could tell he was legit, and the kid's knowledgeable too. Like he knows his shit when it comes to heresy. That was an even more plus. Like he kept winning all the stuff that Chris was coming out and giving away, and he won a couple of them.
Dude, I knew every single one of those answers, and I was like, oh, meet at Adepticon. Too bad I'm not there. Fuck.
Yeah.
Next year, Simon. Next year.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna make sure.
You're gonna have such a good time, dude. I'm so excited for like the rest of you guys to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. This was my first ever tournament I've ever been to for any damn thing, and I'm like, this was a blast. I'm telling the old lady, I'm like, I'm going again. So just so you know.
Yeah.
I'm already looking at other events. I'm looking at Nova. I'm like, oh, I got to do this again. This was too much fun. If Nova is half of what Adepticon was, I'll have a blast.
Well, and the Adepticon guys are, Mark Rayleigh and Nate. They're running Nova. So
yeah, that's what's drawn me to Nova is those guys, because like you guys kept pointing out, man, the way they laid everything out was beautiful, and it was fun. It was a fun atmosphere to be in. There was no stress. I didn't have a headache after the tournament.
Nope.
I was like pumped to go right upstairs and open game and say, Barf, pull your shit out. We're playing, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the difference between like when you play like a normal tournament and like it's like a competitive tournament. Like you feel like mentally drained at the end of it. You're like, I'm fucking done with Warhammer today, dude. That was like, you had such a good time, and afterwards you're like, fuck it, dude, let's go fucking play another game or something, dude. Like it was such a good story behind that. Like you're with all your other faction members, and like y'all are celebrating. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I agree a lot with that. I agree with that totally.
Well, that's
a blast.
Yeah, and that's what I think drove everyone to play that Istvaan V game Saturday night. Man. It had been a long day of gaming, but once Kimmel and his buddies brought that table out, it was on at that point.
Dude, that was epic.
Yeah, if you haven't seen, like Ryan Kimmel brought this like 8 by 6 Istvaan V custom table, man. It was so fucking sweet.
Oh yeah, dude, he put some serious work into that. I have to give it to him. That shit was beautiful.
And then like you see all these like legions on it and stuff like that. Like they're all painted legions because we all put our stuff on there that was painted for the tournament and for the narrative. So man, it was so fucking badass to see all that shit.
I hope Ryan does that again. Maybe next year I won't run her off with the hunger pains and find pizza.
Yeah, that was the only bad thing with so many people playing such a huge game. We started to get hungry, and I'm like, I gotta go find food.
Yeah, me and you both wandered off. No, actually, I think me and Josh wandered off and found you at the bar.
Yeah, I was at the bar with Aaron because Aaron was aimlessly wandering also at that point. So we head down there, get a drink and some food, and then ended up going back after that. But yeah, that was just such a great, crazy. I mean, just seeing all those armies and just the crazy shenanigans that were happening on the field. Because you didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah, I brought in my Charybdis and it mishapped, which never happens to me, and
This never happened.
then they placed it on top of the hill, way back in our deployment zone, and when it came in, of course, it flamed all of the troops standing around it, and we killed like 4 or 5 of our own dudes. It was nuts, man.
2 of your guys' Charybdis, you both rolled the 3 where we got to place it. I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It was funny.
The Death Storm drop pod, the same thing. That little purple drop pod. Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped it in between a couple of super heavies.
Yeah, dropped it back there by Horus's watchtower and shit. That was awesome.
But yeah, just seeing the Primarchs take the field, just amazing game.
I like that Ferris Manus. There was Korax, Ferris, Angron, Horus, Fulgrim. Who else? Was Guilliman there? Yeah, Guilliman was there, right?
No, I don't think Guilliman was there.
Why would Guilliman be at Istvaan V? That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. None of it made sense.
Yeah.
It was total.
Oh, Vulcan was there.
Yeah, Vulcan was there. He was in his fire drakes in that Charybdis.
So there was a lot of people at the party there.
Lorgar was there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I liked how Ferris was cruising in his Spartan, and Fulgrim drop potted in directly in front of Ferris, and you're like, oh god, I know how this ends. No,
this is happening. This is happening.
It's fixing to go down.
Yeah, don't lose your head.
Rob was about to get his hammer.
Yeah, that was probably one of the other highlights I think of the weekend was just have that just custom. That board was something like when I look at the pictures out of Warhammer World and the display boards that they've got over there, that's what that made me think of. Just the attention to detail that Ryan had put into it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Ryan outdone himself on that board. It was fucking awesome. If you're he's in the actual chat, right?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for putting that shit on, bro. That was a blast. Definitely hope you do it again next year. Next time I'll bring pizza.
Yeah, I want to, while we're on Adepticon and before we kind of wander off into something else, one of the other things I want to say, we talked about how cool everybody is and how just friendly. I think what really stood out to me is I found out the morning of the narrative as I unpacked my stuff, I left my Sakaar and Venator at home. And in my list, that was a pretty big piece of my 2,000-point list. So I was a little freaked out, and I was like, well, all right, I'll play the narrative, play it a little short, it'll be fine. But what ended up happening was Nate, Warjammy on the Heresy 30K forums, and Ryan, they both had word bearers there, and they, without a blink, they were like, hey man, you need a model, we've got plenty of models, look through my stuff, and ended up borrowing a model from Nate, Laser Vindicator, for the event. But just the camaraderie and how willing everybody is to just jump out and say, hey man, we got you, you don't have to be short. Because I actually went and bought a Venator and put it together that afternoon at the Forge World booth. So I was just like, well, I'll run it unpainted, but then that was a bummer too, because you don't want to see bare resin on the table. So no. But they
don't want to be that guy.
No, I didn't want to be that guy. That's just like I said, just people that stood up and said, hey, we'll help you out, man. So that meant a lot to me, and I thought that was super cool of the guys that were there, just how quick they were to help somebody in need at the event. And and I'll agree, Ryan. Your word bearers were awesome. Nate's word bearers were awesome. Definitely a lot of inspiration as I continue to work on mine.
Same, Chris. Same. I'm working on mine right now. I'm trying to do a paint scheme.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to yours, man. Looking forward to seeing it in action.
It's gonna be interesting.
Dude, Simon, Nate took like a PDF version of the rulebook, and he converted it to these little baby pages of the rulebook. And he printed out 200 pages of the rulebook, little baby pages, and he cut them out and glued them on the bases of his word bearers.
That's like
wow.
Like little baby pages of the actual book 3 or whatever.
Yeah, he's the guy that I had seen on the Heresy 30K before I knew he was involved with the Adepticon event. That had the books on his bases, the pages, and kind of got me to order little resin books that are going to be on some of mine. But definitely not as cool as the actual pages being on there.
Because right now, I'm trying to figure out a good color scheme. So I'm doing a base of corn red with a wash of Known oil, which looks okay, but
But I tell you what I ended up using, and what I think everybody that saw it was pretty universal, that it came out pretty well, was base coated black, and then went back with the Vallejo Air Ferrari red, and then hit that with a Minotaur Ghost Tint Fresh Blood to get that deep color, and then of course you'll do a wash over it after that, and then the matte varnish will bring that color where it isn't as bright. And I copied that from Carl Tuttle from the Independent Characters because I just loved how his turned out. But yeah, so far so good on mine.
Because this is kind of like, so this is what mine's sort of coming out like. Hold on. Like that sort of, like that's the legs, if you can see that. Which doesn't look bad, but I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, just get the other thing you can do, Simon, and I'm gonna pimp Scattershot again. Those guys, when they do their Google Hangouts, they are more than willing to, like, hey, what are you working on? And they'll look at your shit, and they give great suggestions, man. Just like, hey, maybe think about this or like that.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot next time they're doing something.
Yeah, just keep an eye out.
Yeah, Chris usually posts it. We try to do at least 1 or 2 a week. The weekends for sure. We're definitely like both of us are painting anyways, like all the damn time.
And honestly, that goes out to everybody, like everybody in the chat, anything like that. Like if you go to our Facebook, they usually post on there that they're live streaming, and you can ask David, you can ask Chris, you can ask any of the Scattershot painters, and be like, hey, how are y'all painting black or whatever. And they'll do like little custom tutorials, because more than likely they're going to be painting black or something like that, and then they'll move a commission around.
Yeah. Chris has come up with his own little theme for the word bearers, man. It looks really good. It's really painless, and it uses some of the Minotaur Ghost Tints, I believe it is. It looks really well.
It'll be interesting.
He's really willing to help anybody out with anything like that.
Yeah, I'll to show up. Girlfriend's out of town this weekend, so I can.
There you go, man. Get you a glass of adult beverage and
lock myself in my room and just go to work.
Yeah.
Hang out with a bunch of dudes.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, dudes hanging out with dudes online.
Yeah. Don't judge me.
Only good things can come of that.
Yeah, man. Don't worry about it.
So, is there anything else on Adepticon we wanted to touch?
Man, there's so much that we haven't touched. That's kind of like
Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of hard to encapsulate all those days into just a short time frame like that.
Yeah, I kind of gauge my fun factor on the fact that because I'm a big boy, I like to eat. But when it comes midnight and I haven't eaten yet, and I'm not really all that hungry, I've definitely had a good time. When a fat guy is skipping food to play games and he's just not even thinking about it, it was a blast. I really enjoyed it. I will definitely sell something to get to go again next year. I gotta sell something.
I will pawn the shit out of my big ass boat.
I will sell that motherfucker, sink it, collect insurance. No, never mind. I'm not talking about that, but you know what I'm saying.
Don't say that too loud. Don't say that.
Yeah, no.
The internet is forever, David. Just keep that in mind.
Shit.
Sir, we noticed that you said 2 years ago you were going to sink it. What was that?
Yeah. I just magically ran over that big-ass rock that's next to that buoy that says no boats.
Real tragedy. Real shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a super good time at Adepticon. Just like I said, if y'all here in the next couple of days, we'll go ahead and pull some footage. They had the Bits Bazaar, which you could buy every bit that you could
Hey, no, drop it.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, so
don't talk about the Bits Bazaar, Michael. Jesus, come on.
No, we've got a new foster dog. It's an English bulldog. He's 10 months old, and he's in the room with me. And my headset cord is extremely long, so he's grabbing the Velcro little thing in the middle of it, and he's trying to run off with it. So
that sounds adorable.
It is. Here, hang on. Ignore the room because the room's a mess. But let me give you a.
Give us a little sneak peek at the bulldog.
Yeah, he's got the cone of shame on. He had surgery. There's my buddy. So his name is Samson. I shit you not.
Awesome.
Oh, look at that little guy.
Awesome.
Yeah, look at that tail. He's super cool. Sammy. We wanted to name him Taco, but the director of the rescue wasn't cool with that. So our backup name that they picked was Samson, but we've been calling him Ralph because he's more like Wreck-It Ralph. With that, he's got to wear that cone until next week, and he's everywhere, just destroying shit. So
Yeah, ripping
Yeah.
shit down.
yeah, he's super cool though. I can't wait for him to get the cone off when he's off a crate rest, and because he just wants to run and be a puppy and have fun.
Puppy things, you know.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm when I say drop it, and that's what I'm doing over here.
So like, why taco though?
Just I don't know. My wife thought he looked like a taco, like just it spoke to her, and I agreed with it. That seemed like a cool name.
Spoke to her.
Yeah.
So here's my question for you guys. You know how I was talking today. You know, I was going bitch shopping on eBay as I often do, and I found myself putting more and more bits in my cart from the same kit until I was spending more money on the bits separately than I was buying the kit. Has that ever happened to any of y'all or anything like that?
No.
Well, you know.
I'm sorry. I don't buy enough bits like to.
Yeah, I'm not really a bits connoisseur either. You know.
Yeah, I'm a bits guy. I have a 5 or 6 boxes just of bits.
My OCD makes me get rid of bits. They're like, throw them in the trash, get rid of them.
Oh God, no, send them to me. I can do anything with bits.
I just hit up one of the guys if I need bits. Like, hey, you got what box set did you end up buying?
The Chaos Space Marine box.
Really?
Yeah.
Trying to get all that old school armor and stuff, or the old school.
Well, I just want
puzzles?
It's gonna sound bad, but all I need is the backpacks, like a couple of the torsos, and some of the helmets. But like combined together, the box. I got the box for like $25 on eBay, and the bits from like the bit seller were gonna be like $25. I was like, fuck it, I might as well buy the whole box.
Hey, drop it.
That does not surprise me.
Dude, you woulda loved Adepticon's Bits Bazaar, man. Like basically, it's probably like 40 feet of just like tubs, and they say like Chaos Space Marine Infantry, like Space Marine Infantry, and you pop it open and it's just like a tub full of bits.
Man, I'm a slut for bits too, so I'd be spending all my money there.
Yeah, and like if the owner's there, like you can be like, hey, look, man, I'm gonna buy all these. So what can you do for me?
Yeah, he'll cut you some deals.
I'll bring my bits next year, man. Fuck it. You know.
Well,
Yeah,
didn't
and-
they do something on the second floor about selling? Like, bring your shit and sell it?
Yeah, the bit swap, the bit swap
meet,
was upstairs.
yeah.
Yeah, swap meet.
Someone buy my fucking Deathwing army. I don't want it anymore.
You could have done that.
Hey guys, I gotta step out for a minute. I'll try to come back in a few minutes.
Alright, later.
Later.
Seriously though, man, I've been trying to sell a Deathwing army for like 2 years, and no one wants to buy it.
Boy. Well, you gotta wait for the rules
Yeah.
to be badass.
Dude, Deathwing is like so hard to get rid of.
Like, it's like I understand why. One, because like they were like my first army, so they're like fucking 17-year-old Simon paint job, which is not good.
Well, they're like everybody's first army, because that's from the... You get them like cheap as fuck.
Oh, no, I started playing in 4th edition, so I had a 4th edition Deathwing army.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and they weren't cheap as fuck when I started playing them.
No,
So
it's a
are
little
these like
different
the 25mm Terminator Deathwing?
No, they're
all metal with feathers and shit all over them.
well, they have feathers all over them, but they're not 25. They're like the plastic ones, but I fucking blinged them out. That's the other issue.
Yeah, there was people selling like armies over there, and there was like different little like vendors that were selling like, oh, here, buy my Eldar army, but it was like they wanted like retail plus because they're painted.
Fuck that, man. I'll tell you what. If someone's at Adepticon next year, they want a Deathwing army. It's like 60 Terminators. I will sell it for you for like $80. I just want to get rid of it. So they can place in my closet.
You hear that? You hear that, chat? $80 right now.
This guy has got
Shit.
what you need.
I'll do. I got so much 40K Space Marine shit that I don't want anymore. If someone wants it, like, send me a message on Facebook and we can make something happen.
Put it on that USA Warhammer USA trade and shit. Trade it for 30K.
Make sure you follow the rules. They will delete the hell out of your post.
Yeah, they will. They absolutely will. That's
Not
why
ours.
I'm buddies with a few of the admins, and they don't fuck around.
They definitely don't. They do not fuck around. That is for sure.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, man, dude, this dude Wolfkin said he's buy it. I'm just playing. He's not gonna buy it. Oh, and it's definitely not Deathwing, not Ravenwing. It is Deathwing.
Yeah, no, it's Deathwing. Sorry, people.
I know someone who would buy it right now, like now. This is Austin, dude. just said. So I think you're golden, dude. I think you'd be all right.
Awesome. Be all over that.
So Simon, man, do you have any questions about Adepticon? Since like you were the only one that wasn't there, like I'm not sure what questions to answer.
I just like it just sounds badass. Like I just wanted like honestly just like what the narrative was good. You know, you guys would like what some of the missions and stuff. Like what was the story? I guess if are you like allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, really, like the narrative was kind of like the way that we have our like Stiff 2 was set up.
Oh, okay.
Like that's how it was. Each table had its own mission, and like you had a warlord that picked like which table you were on based on your army. So like the table I played on, the first mission was Valley of Kings, and like my warlord asked me like, hey, you know, what table do you think your army would do good on? And
Austin said, "Sell him that army." Sorry, not to cut you over there. He said, "Tell him to sell me that army."
Austin Kostetsku.
Austin Scott?
It says Kostetsku.
I will look into it because I gotta find them still. They're somewhere at my house. I gotta find them.
Oh, what the hell?
Well, I'm in school right now. You know, I have to go to college and stuff. You know, to get my degree, to better myself.
Yeah. So anyway, so like the narrative was like just like the way we had Stiff 2 set up, where like every table was different. Every table had its own missions and objectives, and like your warlord, like depending on what your army was and like how you talked to your warlord about your army's build, he would put you on a table, and like that's the army that like that's the table that you would excel in based on what you told him. And the problem with that was like the other side, like it was like a two-way street. Like it's like, yeah, I'm really good at like infiltrating, and so they're like, oh, okay, we'll put you on the infiltrating table. I was like, oh, well, so is this Night Lord's player. So it's Ravenguard versus Night Lord. So like you're like, fuck, I'm playing my mirror. So,
man, that sounds like most. Do you remember the army breakdown at all? Like how much of each legion was there, or anything like that?
Well, we took pictures of everything. There was definitely. More...
I guess what I'm really asking, were there any Ultramarine players? Cause I didn't see any.
Two.
Yeah,
two. I think.
Oh, I saw one. I saw one of them actually. That's a lie.
There was definitely a lot of mechanical players.
Ugh.
It's pretty sweet. Definitely a lot of what do you call it? What's that? Not the Mechanicum, Rite of War. Man, what was it called?
Legio.
Like whenever you can like everything you have has a
Tagmata?
Move through cover.
Order Reductor. That's
Order Reductor. Yeah, Order Reductor.
It's like, I don't care about any of this difficult or dangerous terrain. I just keep going.
Yeah, everything was Order Reductor.
Shit.
Yeah.
There was a Tagmata list that was like a shitload of Castellax. Yeah.
Joel said, I don't care if I win. I just wanted to play this. And that was like, that's awesome, dude.
How many Castellax are there? Like there was like
a fuckload, like 8 or some stupidness. I don't know. It was insane.
Like 8 Castellax.
The only thing in his army that scored was his knight.
All right.
He didn't care. He's like, I just want to try it and have fun.
The plan is to wipe the fucking table.
Yeah.
It sounded. I was gotta say, like hearing y'all talk about it in the chat and stuff, it sounded like it was so much fun. Like I was so jealous, honestly.
Dude, there was some like every army was like painted beautifully, and then like you're playing against these people you never met before, and like they're like they have like they're not so much interested as like beating your ass as like meeting you and like hanging out. So it's like it's like every game felt like a friendly game. And what was crazy is like the vibe was completely different in the 30K area than it was in the 40K area.
I heard the 40K area was pretty intense.
Like basically like they felt like they were like steer being led like into like it's like y'all get this game done, like they were like cranking games out and all this stuff, and like it was pretty gnarly. Like everything was kind of like real loose over at the 30K area.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to be there next year.
Yeah, dude, it was such a good time. And then like I said, I mean, I think the best part was like every army was like legit painted, like badass.
Yeah, everything was nice. Like everything looked good. Every army that I looked at, I was like, man, this is awesome. This makes me want to go paint. And I went and painted a Warlord.
Yeah, we actually, if you...
I was so stoked.
I'm going to screen share this. Like, if you guys look...
That's the one I saw.
Yeah, dude, these are actually like some of the armies. Like that was that Ultramarines list. Oh, this dude right here, this list, he actually had a like inside of that big block was supposed to be the Mars.
The Void Dragon.
The Void Dragon, yeah. Like inside this like big block of
I was
acrylic.
wondering what that was. That was cool as shit, though. I remember looking at the arms. It was painted really good. I liked it.
Yeah, like he painted it like super high quality, and then like put it inside the big block of acrylic.
That's badass, man. I cannot wait to be there next year. I will make it happen.
Yeah, there it is. There it is a little closer.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
And then that was Luke's Iron Warriors, right? I want to say. Like this like trench warfare Iron Warriors. Like there's another Ultramarines army.
Yes, yeah, that's. He's done. Did he take Gilliman? It doesn't look like it.
No, he didn't get to take Gilliman. The other guy took Gilliman.
Sucks.
Yeah, Gilliman was the warlord.
Yeah.
The loyalist warlord, and I was the traitor warlord. I was the only person that played Sons of Horus, actually, like in the narrative and the tournament.
Huh.
Yeah, which I thought there'd be more.
It's because you couldn't use book 6 yet. That's why I suck.
Yeah, the new red book wasn't in play, so. But I suppose it did all right.
It definitely looks. I wish I could have been there. That's all I can say. I guess it's like damn.
Was this that list? Yeah, this was the tournament list at Ryan. That was that Larry guy, right?
Oh.
Dude, so you see this list right here?
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty brutal, but like Ryan like handled it. It was nuts.
Was that a legit Sky Shield? Like he was putting that down?
Yeah, legit Sky Shield was down. There's quad mortars on the Sky Shield.
Gross.
And then that guy learned that you can't, like if they go under you, you can't fire your Titan down.
Well, obviously.
On the enemy.
So I feel like that's kind of common sense. No offense to that guy if you're listening right now. But seriously, dude, come on, what the fuck you doing?
Kudos for Ryan for that one.
For real.
Michael, is that pretty Charybdis you're painting?
No, man, this is my Angelus.
Oh, it's red. I was confused.
Yeah, it's Tamiya clear over steel.
For what army are you doing it for?
Blood Angels.
Oh, you doing Blood Angels now too?
Oh, here he goes.
Yeah. Just little like I guess I was kind of like disappointed that like my Raven Guard weren't like up to standard. Like so I was like, you know what, next Adepticon, like I gotta have like a full Legion that like I can show off and get a cool painter nerd sticker.
Fuck it, dude. I mean, like my goal for next year for Adepticon, I'm gonna try and have those word bears are done. I'm excited. Like I've been having fun putting them together. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like I got this like Blood Angels list like good to go and like already ready. I ordered 30 Assault Marines for my Raven Guard that are just gonna become Blood Angels now, and
nice, good call.
So I'm looking forward to putting together like a orbital assault list, or that new one where they get snapshots, the Vanguard assault.
Yeah. Too bad you can't take DACA, the Burp Predators.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Like the list basically doesn't call for anything other than 30 Marines, 2 Leviathans, 2 Dreadnought drop pods, and some consoles, some.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to it. Like it's gonna be not much different than what I was playing before, and I'll probably end up building an identical list for my Raven Guard, just because I don't want to give up my Raven Guard. So
yeah.
But I have no reason to be painting this Anvilus actually, because it's not in the list that I have. But I really wanted to try out this Tamiya red over the steel, like to see how it like looks. And
how does it go? Because like I've used the Tamiya clear green, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to work with.
Well, I mean,
thin coats.
Yeah, this is like.
Yeah.
This is like 4 or 5 coats, and it's actually like this was the original, like the test palette here. Like it was, kind of. I wanted to see what it would look like.
Looks pretty good.
And so I was like, you know what, that looks really good. So I went with that, and then like this is with the the matte varnish on top of it. So like
Nice.
see it like to bring back that shine a little bit.
Because I did that green on that that knight that I have. I used the clear green for that.
Mhm.
So it's fun to use. That's for sure.
Yeah, one thing I need to figure out is like what wash to use over this this Tamiya red.
Yeah.
Like, it needs a good wash, but
I feel like Harroburg maybe just the red wash.
Well, the problem with it is it's so glossy
Yeah.
that
And
it's going to cause it to puddle up and just run off real fast.
yeah.
You
Well,
almost
I-
have to mat it, bring it down, and then wash it.
well, I did matte it. The whole thing. I used the Army Painter. The Army Painter anti-shine. So, but like that doesn't help too much. Like I've noticed with the like I'm going over it with black right now, and like you can tell like I have to go over a few coats because of the
Yeah.
it's like slippery.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed because I was trying to weather it and I was like, oh shit, this is kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, we put that on Janus, and when we were trying to wash the panels, it just wouldn't stay in certain spots. When we tried to make a weathering wash, it didn't want to stay on that. So an Army Painter matte varnish is some serious stuff.
Yeah.
I heard the Minotaur stuff works a little bit better. It's a little less difficult to work with, like the ghost tints.
Yeah, the Minotaur, like Chris is working on a knight with it right now, and it once you spray it on, you gotta wait 24 hours before you can really touch it.
Oh fuck, really?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you gotta prep it, get it ready, spray it, and leave it alone for a while.
That's a pain in the ass.
The one thing that's nice about the Tamiya is it's alcohol. You can smell the alcohol in it, so it dries relatively quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually the problem doing the word bearers. I used that Minotaur Fresh Blood, and I would have to I would spray them one night. I'd let them sit till the following night before I did anything else with them.
Yeah,
Didn't give them
that's
that drying time.
be good for me though. Patience is one of those things I need to work on with my painting.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, like these games and gear brushes are fucking legit.
Yeah, I agree.
The guys over at Adepticon like hooked us up with some gaming gear brushes and like this Oxhair, man. Like I can't say enough. Like I can't. It's just so sweet.
Yeah, I'm using it on Pretty Robbo right now, doing some hazard stripes.
That's so
So
sick.
if you can see it or not, but yeah, them brushes
Yeah.
are nice.
I'm slumming it with like the 1099 HEB or not HEB, Hobby Lobby like 15 pack. You know.
Oh man, throw those things in the trash.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, I think I had to do like the paintbrush purge, man. I don't think I can go back. Once you have ox ball hair, you just can't go back.
Yeah, Chris turned me on to Broken Toads, man. They're like Kolinsky Sables, and they're not the huge Kolinsky Sable price. They're really
shit.
good brushes, and they're
What
like we get them to Ironheart Ottersons, and they're like $36 for a set.
What's the name of them?
They're Broken Toad.
Broken Toad. Okay.
Yep. We get them through Ironheart Artisans.
Okay. Thanks.
They're literally like $36.
Nice,
Great
okay.
brushes.
Cause you know my birthday's coming up, so you know that's how that goes.
There you go. I was actually about to buy the Series 7. I was like, screw it. You know, I'm doing this now. I like to make money. I mean, I'll spend the money on the stuff to do it. And Chris is like, before you do, try $36. And I bought another set when I was at Adepticon. And these right here are definitely giving them a run for the money. These games and gears are pretty awesome.
I will have to look into both of those.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with both sets, honestly. Just because these are like good for travel.
Yeah.
You stow them into them.
So Broken Toad, you said, right?
Broken Toad is the other ones. Yep.
Okay. Cool. Broken Toad. All right, cool.
Did Broken Toad have somebody at Adepticon?
Well, we were actually, I bought another set through our Ironheart Artisans.
Oh, okay.
There. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I've heard of Broken Toad before. I didn't realize there was somebody there selling them. That's cool.
Yeah. They had like the Series 2 there they were selling.
I don't know, man.
It's good to know.
That's another one of the tips we hand out in our little Google Hangouts.
Yeah, well, I mean, if y'all are doing stuff this weekend, I'll probably be there.
Yeah, we'll more than likely get one going Friday.
So that's pretty much it for Adepticon talk, I guess. Like, Pretty, you want to talk about Alamo GT?
Heck yeah! Actually, while I was eating a quick slice of pizza, I had two different people messaging me about Alamo, and everyone's real hot for the primer and the rules to come out. So, yeah, Alamo GT is coming up May 21st. That's in San Antonio. That's part of the Alamo GT, which is a long-running 40K GT. They've been doing it, I don't know, 10 years or so, 10, 11 years. This is the first year there will be a 30K only narrative track, which is pretty darn huge. I mean, as everybody out there listening knows, TFL is really trying to grow 30K, trying to grow narrative gaming here in Texas and abroad. And for us to be able to, we were invited to come out there and work with Red Star Gaming and the Alamo GT guys. They said, hey, we want to come out here and do this 30K narrative track at the GT, and we were like, hell yeah. But I think there were a lot of people asking for it, and there's been a lot of excitement since it was announced. So if you're interested and you're in Texas, or if you're willing to travel, registration is live now. There's a few spots left. We only have 20 slots. We kept it very limited for this time around. So 20 slots. If you're interested, I would get your slot now. I believe it's $30, but $30 is going to get you a full day of narrative gaming. We start early in the morning. I think dice are at 9 or 9:30, 10 o'clock. Registration's at 8, and we go till about 6:30 that evening. So there's gonna be a lot of great gaming, a lot of great stories going on there.
The blade just digs deeper.
There will be fluffers.
Yeah, so we're trying something new. We had a lot after we came out of Stiff 2. We had a lot of discussion on how can we make the narrative even more immersive, how could it be even cooler, and Michael brought up the idea of having fluffers. So I know we probably just sold out just now when we mentioned fluffers. I think they probably bombarded the site, and there's probably no tickets left, but if there are. But what the fluffers are going to do, they're basically going to be table experts. So there's going to be 5 tables, and a lot of this is new info. This is info that will be in the primer that should be live on the website in the next day or two. But there's going to be 5 tables. This will be a 2-on-2 event, so this will be a team event, 100%. We had talked about doing it exactly like Stiff 2, where there were different types of tables, team versus solo, but we're going a team event all the way. It's going to be 4 tables for 2,500-point armies, and there's going to be 1 table for 750-point Zone Mortalis Combatant Force Org. And what's going to be happening is the story takes place right in the area of Xana, which, if you have book 6, is a great story that they tell in there. But it's about this Forge World system complex. And hey, Red Star Gaming just logged in and said, "What's going on?" This Forge World complex that is on the far edge of happenings in the galaxy. And they've managed to stay independent for a lot of years, and now the heresy's broken out, and both the Imperium and the War Master are actively courting this group to try to get their arms and their ammunition.
What an appropriate word.
Yeah, it's what's really cool is if you read the story. This isn't giving anything away for the event.
It's amazing.
Yeah, the story is just so. The story's actually inspired me to start a new branch of Mechanicum, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to do the Voidian Consistory, I think is how you say it. Their elite group, their ruling group. So I'm going to do a Tagmata attached to that. But yeah, so the Imperium's like, hey, you guys should help us out because Imperium, and they said, well, I don't know. And Rogel Dorn declared the whole system traitors on pain of death. But while he did that, the Sigilite is sending envoys to try to do some backdoor diplomacy and saying, well, if you get with us, we'll kind of lift this whole pain of death thing on you guys, and everything will be cool. At the same time, the War Master is sending his own emissaries, and he's dangling some pretty tasty tidbits. Some of that which will come into play in the story, but again, if you've got book 6, it's all in there. But the War Master is basically saying, hey, you know that whole thing where the Emperor says you can't go after this sort of technology and this sort of technology? if you come to our side, we'll let you research whatever the hell you want.
So, Chris, can I ask a question?
Sure, what's up, man?
Are there going to be zombie space marines? That's what I need to know.
Well, we're not telling the entire Xana incursion at this event.
Okay, all right.
This event will take place at the beginning, where both sides are still in the diplomacy phase. But while they're in the diplomacy phase with the Voidian Consistory, they're fighting against each other because the Imperium and the traders aren't going to let each other go by. So that's kind of the backdrop of what's going to be happening at the event. So each table will be a different mission supporting part of that story. Excuse me. So the fluffers, what their job is going to be is each table will have a fluffer that is an expert on that mission on that table, and that will help drive the narrative. So you'll be driving the narrative as a player, but then you're going to have that fluffer who's going to be there to talk about surprise events. It's going to be there to carry the story to the next group of players that take that mission, and to let them know this is what happened last game on this table. This is what happened as a result, and now this is what you're dealing with. And so we're going to have a very personal touch with each table. So that's totally new. It's the first time we're really talking about it in practice. So we're looking forward to getting that out there. We're not going to release the missions before the event. The missions will be a surprise, but the primer has a little synopsis of each mission, basically the name of the mission and a couple of lines about what's actually going on with it and how it fits in the narrative. So yeah, so that's kind of the overview. Like I said, 2,500 point main, 750 zone. It's Age of Darkness only, Force Org. So we are using Age of Darkness scoring for the 2,500 point games. But with Zone Mortalis, we are going to allow anything to score. So we're going to go a little Adepticon on that, and make it a little different, if you will. Joel's asking, how often do they fluff you? Joel, they'll fluff you as often as you need to be fluffed, sir.
Yeah, man, they take bribes too. Like if you need to get like extra fluffed, just let us know, man. We'll take care of you. You know.
Yeah.
Just don't be shy about it. Just that's what we're there for. We like doing it.
Yeah, there may be black velvet. We don't know. We can't tell you yet. But
we don't know if that's legal to sell in Texas.
Yeah, it may be outlawed. So we'll find out about that. But yeah, that's a little bit of the overview. We're super excited just to have been invited to take part in this and been invited to run this with Red Star with Alamo GT. I think this is going to be the start of a new tradition at Alamo. At least that's my hope. So I think that people are going to love what's going to happen with 30K out there. And I think we're getting a lot of. I looked at the people that have already signed up. It's got a lot of familiar names from Stiff 2 so far.
All right.
Yep.
That's what I like to hear.
Yep. I had the guys send me a roster earlier this afternoon of who had signed up, and I was like, oh, I recognize every one of those people.
Hell yeah.
So that's pretty exciting. But
Stiff reunion.
Yeah. So yeah, this will be like I said, this narrative we're going to try to take forward in future events. So this won't be the last you hear of the Xana incursion. And so your zombie space marine, Simon, you may have to wait a while before that gets fully answered.
Yeah, so if people are asking about that, I just got to recommend just find book 6, read the Xana incursion story. It's probably one of the best 40K or 30K stories I've ever read. Honestly.
Oh man, I am so psyched after reading that. I've had book 6 for a while, and I honestly haven't read through the whole book. I've kind of bits and pieces here and there.
I told y'all it was good.
Yeah, you did, sir. And I sat down and read it, and I know I was texting Michael, I messaged Michael, and the guy's like, hey, this is some cool shit. And then talking with Samson today on, like, dude, I'm so inspired to do more Mechanicum now. And
yes, you should.
You know what would be kind of cool for that, Chris, is to paint up a couple casualties for each legion so you can put them on the tables after each game, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mix and match, something like that. Show, like, yeah, these guys died here.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. I've actually got like 1 or 2 of the Dead Marine kits in my bits bin that I bought them and never used them. So, I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to see.
We had 20 hours to talk about like missions and stuff like that on the way back from Illinois. So, we got some ideas floating around, kids. We got some ideas.
Well,
yeah.
Sounds like it's gonna be great. I'm very upset that I can't be there.
You could be there. Just pack early.
Well, apparently you said for some reason I thought it was on the 20th for some reason.
Oh, gotcha.
And so
Okay.
I actually leave the 21st. So I was like, well, I really can't go now.
Yeah. It's Saturday the 21st. So.
Yeah. I thought it was Friday the 20th.
So those of you listening, if you haven't signed up yet, when you go to registration and there's a post on South Texas Horse Heresy 30K, you can go to alamogt.com. I think it's their URL. Let me check it out here. But what I was going to warn you guys to look out for is, alamogt.com is the URL. So when you go to registration, you actually have a choice, a drop-down choice of what to sign up for under Select Army/event, and you're going to want the 30K Horse Heresy Narrative one-day event. Because right below it's 30K Army and 40K GT. So if you are wanting to play your 30K Army in the 40K GT, you do have that option. But that's not us. We're not doing that. That's Red Star and Alamo GT. That's part of their deal. We are only doing the narrative event, which is the one-day Horse Heresy narrative. So just be careful when you're signing up.
And also, just a reminder on that, guys, like, if you're considering signing up, just remember this isn't a tournament. So, like, if you're kind of on the fence, like, man, I don't know if I'm, like, ready for tournament level, like, or anything like that. You know, I'm kind of like, you know, I don't think I'm good enough to play it. Like, this is narrative play. So, like, it's a little bit easier, and really, as long as you follow the story or, like, you know, like, do what you do best, you'll be fine. So.
Yeah, that's a great point, Michael. The missions are going to reward players that play to the mission, play to the fluff, that play to helping their faction, rather than rewarding individual achievements, if that makes sense. So, yeah, we're very much wanting to drive home. This is you're telling a story with you and your friends, so just look at it like that. One other thing, so I just had one of the messages I got while I was eating dinner. People are asking about Primarchs. So what's going to happen is when you sign up, you need to email the Forgotten Legion which Primarch you were choosing. It's first come, first serve. I'm going to update the list. There'll be a list on our South Texas Horse Heresy 30K page, probably starting tomorrow or the next day. I will update folks as to who's coming, who's got which Primarch, but the Primarchs, like Stiff 2, first come, first serve only. Special characters you can have multiples of. We're not worried about those, but we want to make sure we don't have 4 Vulcans and 3 Coraxes.
No, Chris, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it probably would be. 10 Robu Girly Men,
They're all Alfarius. Don't worry about
it. So the email that you're going to want to send that to is the Forgotten Legion 30K at gmail.com. So I'll say that again, the Forgotten Legion 30K at gmail.com. That will also be in the primer instructions when that goes live in the next day or so. I'll post that again on the Facebook page, so that there'll be reminders of it. So I wouldn't worry too much. But yeah, if you're thinking about taking a Primarch, go ahead and make the call. If you claim a Primarch and decide you don't want to take him, just email us to say, hey, I'm dropping Lorgar, for example. That way, if we've got someone waiting in the wings that wants to take Lorgar, then they can do so. I want to make sure we try to accommodate everybody. Red Star just posted, leave all the whack tournament players to us. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good point. It's the turn. You will have a 40K GT tournament if you want to bring your whack list. That's going to be the place to beat face. Not to say that you won't beat face in 30K, but bring your narrative list, bring your fluffy list.
You'll have a good time.
Oh, you will have a good time. Just ask anybody that went to Stiff 2. I haven't heard any bad word about Stiff 2, so.
It was shit. I don't recommend it.
No, except for Simon, but we don't listen to him. But yeah, it's going to be very similar just as far as how it's run. And like I said, with the fluffers, I think people are really going to enjoy just being
fluffed.
Yeah, being fluffed, being neck deep in that narrative. So I don't know. Do you guys have any other comments, questions about Alamo you might think we ought to throw out there?
How many slots do you guys have, and how close are you to being sold out?
So we've got 20 spaces. We were under 10 signed up earlier. earlier today. So we've still got spaces, but they are not. Red Star is going to look and see if it's updated. So they're not sold out, but this will sell out quick. I imagine if you're waiting till next week to decide, you might be out of luck. And I'm pretty certain to tell you we're probably not going to be able to open up additional slots like we did at Stiff 2, just from a space perspective. So if you are interested in playing at Alamo 30K, you need to let us know or sign up to get your spot reserved. Because, like I said, once they're sold out, that's going to be how many we've got. We can't, just space-wise, we can't accommodate it anymore this time around. So, what else you got?
I don't have anything for. Actually, trying to look online right now and see if you got any questions.
Yeah, that's just what I was looking. I think Red Star was seeing if trying to get an update on the sign-up status. The last thing I saw. Oh, Jake Wallace. I'm just scrolling back. Jake Wallace knows Black Velvet, the delicious Canadian whiskey. Nice.
Yeah. If y'all are just looking at the chat, I wanted to give a shout out to Rob. Rob Porter out of from the Wolfkin. He's been in the chat in and out. I'm not sure if he's still listening or not, but I got a game in with him yesterday over here at my house. He's in town from Houston, and I'm not sure if he's still there. No, he's not listening anymore, but he's from the Wolfkin podcast, located out of Washington, the Pacific Northwest. So anybody in that area, definitely check them out. I kind of hooked up with one of theirs. I found them on Stitcher. I know they're on Stitcher for sure. I'm not sure if they're on iTunes, but he's in town for business, so we got to throw down on 2,000 points.
Let me see if I can get him in. He's on.
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, that's Rob Porter. He's a big part of the Wolfkin, and that's WOLFKIN. If you want to look him up, I know they got a Facebook page, the Wolfkin Facebook page, as well as the podcast. Hey, Rob, why don't you can you put on the chat what other formats or what other avenues they can find your podcast on?
He can't put links. That's the only problem with it.
I know, but just tell me if he's on. I know he's on Stitcher because that's how I found him, but I didn't know if he's on anything else. But yeah, he's up there. I actually, whenever I found them, I got a hold of Michael and I was like, "Does Sam know about this guy?" And it turns out he had just played before Stiff 3 or Stiff 2. He played Sam. Stitcher and iTunes. So they're on Stitcher and iTunes if you want to check them out. They're actually just started a campaign up there, and I think it's kind of. I think people get to play at their own speed, but for more information, you have to look up the Wolfkin guys. They have a website, they have a forum, and a blog. So you can, I guess, find them on Facebook, and you should be able to connect with all those different things, and you can hook up with some more dudes in the Pacific Northwest to play some Heresy with. Cool guy, man. We hung out and we played a game. He just had basically what he brought down with him. He's in town for like a couple months doing modeling, so it wasn't like his full contingent of his salamanders, and basically he just played against my Adepticon tournament list. But I mean, it was still fun regardless. We just did kill points, real casual, had some drinks, and played some games. It was real fun.
Is it a casual hookup, Zach?
Yeah, just we found each other. Yeah.
I think he's going to try to come down to Victoria. That was the last thing I heard.
Yeah, he's kind of looking to get some games in while he's here. So, yeah, if he can make it down to Victoria, or somebody else wants to find him here in the Houston area, I know he's up in Dayton, so he actually had a drive to come reach me in Cyprus, but he's looking to get it in. He's motivated, definitely, and so real cool guy, real fun. Check out their podcast and get a hold of him, Rob Porter with the Wolfkin.
Awesome.
Y'all gotta come up and visit me in Austin. Get some games in up here.
Down, dude. I'm in Austin quite a bit, so I've been fucking up not going to go see you up there. I always see the sign when I'm coming in for San Marcos. I'm like, oh, Simon.
Okay, boy, like I'll be 21 in a couple weeks. We can just some games in. Hit 6th Street. It'll be great.
Get some black velvet.
Hell. Oh hell. Yeah.
I'm
We'll send you a brick of black velvet for your birthday.
All right, I appreciate it, guys. Yeah.
My
Okay,
son's still
so-
up. I'm gonna step out and put him to bed.
Good luck, dude. Knock it out.
So, Chris, I've been messing around with this word bear scheme the whole time we've been playing or talking, and I actually found us one that works pretty good. It's the corn red, wash it with Millen oil, and then do a dry brush of corn red over it. Actually looks
nice.
pretty good.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I was going to say real quick before we get too far off, Red Star just checked. There are 13 slots left, so 7 signed up for 30K narrative, 13 slots left. So if you want to be there, be there. And Greg Young said he's bringing 2 Gorgons, so that's just going to be crazy.
Man, dude, I got my ass handed to me by some Solar Ox by, I think it was Eric Evans, right?
Eric Evans, yeah.
Man, dude, that list was legit. Like, and I'm not really like throwing out like what's competitive out there right now in the 30K horse heresy world, but that Malcador and Furnace, man, that fucked my world up.
Hey, fam, what you want? Just fuck my shit up.
Dude, it was
somebody
like
was telling me they banned that somewhere in one of the tournaments.
oh man, it was so fucking brutal, man. Like there was nothing I could have done. Like I was playing the Maelstrom mission, so like I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, let me go and cap some objectives. So at the end of the game, I had 7 victory points. Like I had capped objectives, did my job, but anywhere that Malcador and Furnace could see, it was touring out its Hellstorm template and just like no more unit there,
Yeah.
no more Dathan, no more this. Like the only way that I could and I'll tell you what sucked the worst was I pulled a Maelstrom card and it was like if you have more than 4 units capping 1 objective, then you get 3 victory points. And I was like, fuck yeah, this one's easy. I got my Mordathan right here. I got this right here, but they can't be inside their Rhino. So I get everybody out of their Rhino, and they're like, hey, let's cap this objective. And he hauls ass forward with his Malgador and Furnace and just everybody. I was like, oh. It's like, well, that was really stupid of me. I can't believe I did that.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah, I was running lightnings. So with my lightnings, my whole plan was just like, if there's a vehicle, delete it, done. Now with super heavy spam, like they don't give a fuck.
Nope.
Like I got it down to 1 hull point, but I didn't have enough like stuff on the board to take care of it. And that Eric guy, he kept telling me like, he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, you just got too much stuff to cap. I might just have to table you because he's like, cause I popped all of his Dracosins. I was like, dead. And so like he had his girls running around, and so he's like, man, I got to table you because you just got too much scoring on the table. Because I had my Mordathan who are all implacable advance, and I had my 2 units of troops. Like I had 5 or 6 units that were all just like implacable advance or scoring units. So like I could take the table like in Maelstrom missions, but like dude, that army list was brutal. But just noticing that he's taking taking his militia with those Gorgons. Like I have like night sweats now, knowing that the Malgador and Furnace exist. Like I wake up at night just no, not like this. And so yeah, out there if you're a Solar Ox player, then go ahead and pack one of those bad boys. You'll be all right.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Rob?
Sorry I was late to the party, man. I didn't catch the Facebook message. I'm just sitting here just like painting rapier turrets like madhouse.
That's bad. Wait, what kind of rapiers? More importantly.
Just the laser destroyer array.
Oh, there you go.
Have you had any luck with laser destroyers? Like I saw like 1 person running them, and they just don't appeal to me at all. So like.
Like I really haven't figured out a good place to put them. I know Zach's Leviathan was staring on the barrel one, just couldn't happen to kill it, and it just kept doing pot shots, and I couldn't crack through it. But with Salamander being so like mid to close range, I was like, well, I feel like I'm out of place on having something to like long bomb downfield. So I bought a couple of them just to try them out and see how they fit and how it works, just until my meltas get in and the real work gets done.
That's so dirty, dude. Like I don't know. It just seems like it's real hard to like get them in position if you're not like a Raven Guard player or something with infiltrate. Like it just seems like it because nobody moves their rapiers, so it's just like
Yeah.
just sit them in a field somewhere and hope somebody walks in front of you.
We're total gluttons for punishment. Like all that sneaky crap that everybody else gets to do, we don't. We just show up and just stand there and go, well, the shit out of us, and we'll slowly get to you.
What legion do you play?
Salamanders.
Salamanders. Man, Ryan Kimball ran some boss ass salamanders this weekend on the tournament list. Oh man, he won every round with his shit, like just like, and he got like best painted like on his. Oh.
Dude, they're tough,
And
man.
I think he got best sportsman also.
Yeah, he's just a great guy and like the ideal salamander player.
Yeah.
Nice
Great
dude,
guy.
good looking army.
Great guy, playing like the most nicest legion out there. The only ones that did not want to fight anybody.
He had sweet hair, just good all around.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, how'd you enjoy that Death Blossom? Like, how was that?
It was good. I mean, it was cool, man. It's just, like you're talking about the game with Zach, right?
Yeah, well, specifically, I was talking about the Leviathan Dreadnought. Like,
oh, dude, yeah, no, like I own one myself, but I run the double claw Melta deal, and so I kind of knew what was coming at me. But when he brought the storm cannons, I was like, okay, gunboat, all right. Like I wanted to see this iteration of it, and then it showed up, and I was like, oh, that's right, that's why you bought it, because that's a lot of shots.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. There's like such like we had 2 guys running Death Blossoms, and then a third guy actually ran one at Adepticon, and like we've been like just selling this like Leviathan with twin storm cannons, how dope it is, and man, dude, they wreck house, dude. They're just
No, they're rough. I mean, my Leviathan I bought solely with the intention of like, if I go against that guy that's bringing 3 knights, like he goes night hunting and everybody else does what they need to do, like.
right, exactly.
But I'm actually really curious to try to do like a dual Melta-Lance. That's what I want to try. But I like to burn stuff. That's kind of my thing. Like showing up with 6 strength 91 shots is just kind of, I get the shudders.
Oh, that sounds so brutal. Those Melta Lances are such a cool model. Like, but man, that thing is gonna just destroy whatever's in front of it.
It's like, hey, I looked at you and take it off the board.
And now you're a puddle.
yeah.
Let me just hit you with some phosphex while we're here, just to make sure.
That's what's rough, man. We can't bring the phosphex.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all aren't allowed to have any of the fun stuff.
No, so it's just like we literally just show up and just go hi and try to like friendly wave at you.
It's like, hey, we're gonna defeat you if that's cool.
Hey man, we're gonna burn your army down. I just want to let you know now. Like, it's nothing personal.
What's funny too is like that the whole phosphex thing is an entire argument between Vulcan and Mortarion. That's the funniest part. Like, who wages war that's more inhumane? That's the whole thing of that. I love that. It's like Vulcan gets mad at Mortarion because he uses chemical rounds to kill people. He's like, that's inhumane, and Mortarion's like, and you use fire, and you think that's any better?
It's like you burn people to death. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they suffocate before they actually feel the pain. Everybody knows that.
You don't understand, man. Their ashes are great fertilizer. We can make plants.
We're making the earth better. What are you doing? You're fucking it up for everybody.
It's great for the garden.
It's so green. It's the greener option, just burning your enemy.
You make it sound bad, but when you bring a world to compliance, they make the greatest radishes.
like you just brought this whole fucking world to compliance. And you're like, look how green that fucking grass is. Look how.
You see that, Emperor? That was us. That was us.
Like everybody has like weaponized support squads. We're like, all right, bring the Gardener Battalion. Get the hose out here. Let's get to work.
Like the volunteer team, like they've got the Habitat for Humanity vests and stuff like that, and they're just rebuilding homes and stuff, and they're like super legit legionnaires building homes.
Yeah, like they put on some like extra tough boots and like some long like rubber gloves and have like a belt full of trowels and seeds. Like, Legion out the 36th Company. What are you doing over there? Planting carrots, sir. Continue. Good job.
Oh, nice. Good job. Yes.
Yes, carrots.
Yeah,
Yes, good job. We need those.
Salamanders have the World Rebuilder, like the World Rebuilder Company. So good.
The Martha Stewart Battalion.
So yeah, man, dude, tell us about Wolfkin. Like, tell us about like your area. What's it like in Seattle? Actually, my buddy Sam who came down. He lives in Seattle, so like.
Yeah,
know,
dude.
Like,
It's funny too. Like Sam's actually part of our league, but I met Sam like right at the same time I found you guys, so it all just kind of worked together. Me and him actually met up in our GW store here in Tacoma, which is like 20 miles south of where I'm at. We threw down a game. He brought his Dark Angels. I brought my Salamanders. I brought my, Covenant of Fire, lots of mechanized units, and it was a fun game. I brought my Leviathan, and it did what Leviathans do, just showed up, and everybody shot at it, and it didn't die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Sam's hella cool, and yeah, I mean, Seattle is kind of a different environment because it's like, it's such an epicenter for gaming in general. I mean, you got Wizards and you got Privateer Press like headquartered there, so like everywhere you turn, there's a place to be at. But so like 30K for us is kind of an up and coming thing. The last year, it's been growing pretty exponentially. For the Wolfkin ourselves, like I'm actually pretty new to the Wolfkin. My co-host Ryan Ray, the Farseer fanboy, he started it a couple years ago with Jedi, and they were covering a lot of ITC stuff. And then I got in January, and then we just kind of like now we're covering 40K ITC and we're covering 30K Heresy like symbiotically, So we're just basically trying to do what y'all are doing down here and just like bring the community together and be the voice for our area and just kind of get us out there, And actually, I believe we're working on I know Ryan's working on making our first GT for the area too this year. So we're just cramming it out, man. Just making networking and connecting.
That's so dope, dude. Heck yeah, man. Absolutely. Trying to get everybody into the 30K scene. That's so awesome.
I can dig it, man.
Where like, did you, I've seen that y'all have, like, quite a few episodes of the Wolfkin podcast. Like, have y'all always been, like, 40K coming over 30K, or, like, has it always been, like, 30K?
So Ryan and Jedi and I, like, we cover 40K and stuff. But like I said, I got in January. That's when I got in as a co-host. And it was 40K up until they took a break there in August. So it was a little bit of a, break there. Everybody needs it. Life happens. And then we fired back up in January, and that's when we started the forums and the blog and the website. And, we basically, approached the lineup a little differently, added in some 30K and some fluff and stuff and hobby progress. And, I mean, it's just, man, everything's just started. It's just spooling up, This league thing we had, basically the league was there we had a lot of people in the area that wanted to play Heresy but didn't know where to start, or just wanted to do Betrayal at Cal. So it was like, hey, we'll run this league. It's like the old Eye of Terror campaign for anybody from 3rd edition days. It's all going to be online. It's all going to be on the forums. You just got to check in every time what the new mission is. You go play whoever you're paired against. Tell me if you win or lost, and that every win or loss like drives what your next mission's going to be, and it just creates a huge story, So
that's badass, dude.
Yeah, and it raises like 250 points a month, and so it's like if you bought a Betrayal at Calth box, like you're good to go for 3 months. So
that's nice.
Yeah, just nice and slow grow, easy. And our requirements are more hobby-centric. Like, you got to be fully painted, you got to be fully based, you got to represent your Legion appropriately. Like it's cool if you bring 40K stuff, but you got to be your Legion, right? So, yeah, it's just been spooling up, man. I'm really good up in this area.
It's pretty badass, man. Like, I'm actually kind of interested in seeing how that league goes. Like, especially like, do y'all have like y'all post pictures or anything like that, or like do y'all have like a Facebook page? Y'all post stuff up that we can go check it out and like see where people's armies are at.
Yeah, actually, it's on if you go to our forums, we actually have a column for Escalation League, and that's where we're posting like our missions, and then people are commenting on the missions and their communication with each other. And then they're also posting their army list and what they're hypothesizing what they're going to bring, and kind of like theory hammering with everybody else. Like, should I bring it like this for my Legion? And we have like hobby areas and stuff in the forums as well. It's really going to be more on the forums. That way it's a lot easier for people to navigate and go back to like later on. And the league, like, it's open invitation. So like you could come in 3 months later, like you were hesitant, and now you're like, all right, I'm going. Let's do 30K. You can jump in at any point in time. It's no biggie. So we're sticking with the forum format just because it's easier to go back and have a library of content.
That's badass, man. That's badass.
Thanks, man.
Super excited. What kind of legions do you have represented right now? Like, what do you see?
Oh, you know what? Ironically, I actually have the website up. We have a plethora. It's odd enough, though, that we have a lot of Blood Angels.
Oh, so many Blood Angels.
Yeah.
It's that assault cannon spam, dude. It's real popular.
It's a whole, like, heavy flamer screw it. We're bringing assault cannons. Yeah, I'm actually gonna look right now on the missions. Sorry guys, I'm not like totally unprepared. And even my webcam's glitching out. I don't know what the hell that's all about.
That's all right. That perdition blade though is pretty tight.
It's just a computer. Yeah, so I mean we got Thousand Suns, Alpha Legion, Space Wolves, Raven Guard, Blood Angels, Ultramarines, Sword Bears. I mean we got a pretty good coverage. I'm in it, but we have kind of, like with all things, we have a bit of an imbalance. We have more loyalists actually than we do traders. So I'm actually building a Trader Legion. I'm trying to decide on building a Trader Legion right now, so that way I can play floater and go in between. So I'm thinking it's going to be Salamanders and World Eaters for me. It's like the extra friendly guys to the extra mean guys.
You gotta diversify.
Yeah, right.
See, if you do that, I mean, you gotta write into the fluff about how, like, you know, they fought each other all the time, and there's like a respect between the two war leaders or something like that, you know.
Or I can just like simply put it in one sentence saying I'm schizophrenic.
Well, yeah, that too. Fair enough.
I'll hug you and stab you in the back at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, no, we got looks like we have 15 people signed up so far, and then I know I have 4 that are interested in signing up that will be signing up soon. So I mean we're definitely growing, and I expect there to be a growth here in the next 2 months. Like all things, people, it's going to keep going.
Hell yeah, dude. That's tight. That's tight. And I'm guessing like.
It's getting.
He went robot on us.
Went to cell hell.
Sorry, buddy. You're like technoing right now. He's gone. We lost him.
He's dead, Jim.
He flatlined. Oh well. That's all she wrote, guys.
Anyway, if y'all are, it was a fun game, man. Hopefully he gets in and he can play get some more games in while he's in Texas.
Yeah, he was talking about his Leviathan versus the Death Blossom, and like he's like, oh, that's how you run it. You're just like, yeah, unload.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
I just imagine it sounds kind of like the A10, just like it's like a buzzsaw, just like you know.
We had so many shots, like coming with two of them.
Yeah.
8 barrels at once. Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Dude, speaking of buzzsaw list, did you see that list, Simon, with the four Sakarans?
Yeah, I did.
That
beautiful
was a fucking buzzsaw list.
How did he hit 4 in? Was it
Iron Warriors? Iron Warriors.
Yeah, that'll do it. That makes sense. I didn't think about that, but yeah. That's one of the things I'm looking about doing my Ultramarines is taking 2 Sakarans with Gilliman, because you know he can give them tank hunter and stuff, and tank hunting Sakarans is pretty good.
Oh, it's so brutal, like unnecessarily brutal. It was just like, brat, brat. And then he had like a full unit of tyrants as well, so it was just like everybody was having a bad time.
So which of these would sound worse to y'all? Scoring Sakarans or tank hunting Sakarans?
Tank hunting Sakarans for sure.
Yeah.
How's that?
Because like you get to re-roll you're back. You're back.
Nice. Sorry.
You get to re-roll your rending, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean Sakarans they move, but they kind of move just to get in position to kill shit, pretty much.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I just need to play more often, man. I don't play often enough. That's my biggest like holdback. Like right now, for me getting like knowing how lists run and stuff. Like I don't ever play. I just talk about playing.
Well, are you done with your Ultramarines?
Not really.
Like what?
It's one of those things where it's like they're basically when I get bored of working on whatever army I'm working on right now, I go back and work on them. If that makes sense.
Samson just joined in, like, I saw Zach turn his head. We're just like, what?
Yeah, what's up?
Sorry.
You gotta orient, Samson.
Hey, Ryan, I know you're still on there somewhere. What were you telling us about Bobby G? Like, there was something that Robert Gilliman that could do that was, like, stupid awesome.
There we go. Sheesh.
It was, like, some combo you could do with, like, Robert Gilliman that he was telling us, like, was pretty cool with him.
Who are you talking to?
Ryan. I thought he was still in the chat. Unless he went to bed.
Oh.
Mr. Kimmel himself.
I know that, like, when I played on the Field of Kings at Adepticon, I basically paired off against Guilliman, and he made me re-roll my, I seized the initiative, like they had set up first, and they made me re-roll my seize the initiative, and I got it, and I seized it twice in a row.
On a 4-up, like,
Yeah.
don't make it sound all cool. Like,
it was cool. Like, that really, like, that really turned the tide, I think. Like, that kind of gave us a bad advantage. Even though, like, one of our players, our Death Guard player, it was, basically was Sons of Horus, Death Guard, and Ryan's Word Bearers against the Ultramarines with Guilliman, the Raven Guard player that had a similar Godslayer list with infiltrating grav cannons and iron hands.
Huh.
And like unfortunately our Death Guard player, he in Fear of the Godslayer list held Mortarion back in reserve with a Mortarion, a Spartan, like some Deathshroud Terminators, possibly a Primus Medicae, just like a big beefy unit all wrapped in a Spartan. Like
scared.
I think he said it was like 1,125 points, and so we decided to keep it in reserve to kind of negate the the grav cannons.
Right.
We'll show you. We'll take it out of play. Never came in.
Fuck.
They never came in.
but
I
like
guess,
the negative effects of like losing a Primarch on that Valley of Kings table, like, see, you gave away so many points if a Primarch died on the table.
Oh, really?
That's what that table was for. Valley of Kings, man, it was meant for Primarchs to be there.
Well, you see, I wasn't there. I don't know the rules, Michael.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, actually, sorry, Zach. I just caught. I'm flipping between pages. Sam, on your first opponent, just try to contact him on the Facebook group because not everyone's checking the forums. I found out for the league, so he's on the Facebook group. Sorry, guys.
what are you talking about?
What happened?
Oh, Sam. Mr. Fisher was trying to get at me with the chat. I have to flip between pages on my computer. I got dual monitors in my setup here, so I have to flip back and forth. And I noticed he was trying to ask me a question.
Oh, I got you. He's asking a question on the chat, and he's answering that question.
Sorry, guys. I totally just like slowed your roll.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Thanks a lot, Rob. I'm fucking disheveled now. I'm all out.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Close the chat.
Good night, guys. Good night. Have a good one.
Do you have any idea how many rum and cokes I've had since I signed on here? This is your guys' fault. You all invited me. I just showed up.
Badass.
I'll get them too.
TFL, making 30K players alcoholics, one podcast at a time.
Dude, like, but speaking of that Valley of the Kings table, man, I was so excited whenever I got put on that table because I was like, yes, fucking Godslayer list versus a god. Like, I only had to kill Mortarion, and he, like, the rolls just weren't on my side, man. I couldn't pop that. I couldn't pop the Spartan open.
That's how it goes.
I was so like, man.
Yeah. What's up with Kurz too? You couldn't kill Kurz. Like, you had a real disappointing.
Like Kurz, I got him down to 1 wound, and like that was like just more bad rolls. Like I don't know what happened.
So did you get some partial VPs for that, or?
No, you get no VPs. You get nothing. You get jack shit.
Is that how it ended up? Like, you guys had this giant mosh pit of Primarchs? Like, this sibling rivalry just showed up on the middle of the field? Like, Zach, you were telling me that there was, like, 3 different Primarchs up around Ferris, just like, what's up, dude?
Oh, that was the Istvaan V table. Oh, we haven't even talked about that, have we?
Yeah, we mentioned it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Go into too deep.
Oh yeah, that was just a fucking cluster of the melee, a swirling melee of everything, like 40,000 points plus probably on that table. So much money, so much resin.
God.
So much crack.
And that's how you get the reduction. That's awesome.
It was funny, at the same time, like, we were playing on that table, we had probably, like, I don't know, 50 grand worth of stuff on the table. And
That's legit.
like, and you walk outside and you walk to this, like, big hallway. They were having their like, I guess, display board competition where, like, all these people were, like, bringing in these boards with, like, displays on it. And I was like, Fuck that, the real display's inside. Like, go look in there. Like, there's a full-fledged, like, Istvaan V war going on out there.
Completely painted. Everything looked great, and it was just, oh, it was so massive.
I was so, like, I was watching your guys' Facebook updates, man. I was so, like, I felt like little Johnny that didn't get his Christmas gift, and I'm sitting in the orphanage home, like, watching everybody else have fun outside.
Right? That's exactly how I felt, dude.
What was, like, to add insult to injury, so, like, way a while back, I did actually get a placeholder into Adepticon for it, and I was supposed to, because I'm down here for this project, right? So I had this, like, master scheme plan, like, I was going to fly through Chicago, I was going to make it to Adepticon, and get on a plane, and then come down here for the job. It didn't work. It was like, oh, hey, you got to show up 2 weeks early, and I was like, crap. So sold off my ticket and everything. I was like, God, and I was watching you guys having all that fun. I was like, God, why?
Oh, dude, it was a fucking blast, man. Like, everything about it was a blast. Like, there's no.
Michael's just gonna rub it in a little bit. Yeah, dude, it's fucking great. Too bad you weren't there. Like, you'll never know.
Yeah, I know. Like,
It'll never be that good ever again.
I got to, man. Like, you gotta imagine, like, it's like, I gotta get y'all there. Like, I don't want any second thought. So, like, next year, like, I don't know if I'm gonna go. Like, no, dude, you better fucking go. Like, if you're not.
Yeah, that's serious.
Michael's like that EMT that showed up in a car wreck with a bag of salt. Like, anybody need salt? You're breathing.
Anyway, I just shaking it out. Just like, y'all need. Did you need salt in your? There you go. Yeah, that's me.
Here, have some.
Yeah, man.
Which one does that hurt? Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, here's a little bit more. It's okay. You'll power through it.
The only thing like I'm kind of wondering is like one of the guys told us that when we were there, he's like, yeah, this is fun, but y'all need to go to Gen Con. And I was like, what? What's Gen Con? Like, how does that work? He's like, yeah, it's like 4 times bigger than this shit. Like, I'm like, wow. Like, really? Can you get plastered the whole time? Like, what's that? Like,
if I can't get wasted, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of. This is actually like a really good like time period for us in any kind of a hobby because there's so many freaking events going on, man. It's crazy.
Next year they're gonna have a 3-day narrative. That's kind of what they said. Like, it's not in stone yet. But the guys that ran the narrative in tournament this year, they're gonna try and like push the tournament off to a different group and they're gonna run a 3-day narrative, which like.
And they said it'll be during, like, almost concurrent with the tournament, so you don't get that crossover between like tournament players and narrative players. So you got to choose one or the other. So it should be pretty sweet as far as people that are into narrative play, or you can choose the tournament. If you don't want to play with fucking badasses.
If you don't want to have fun.
If you don't want any fucking story.
I actually got a question for you guys. Like, since this was my first real tournament, okay, I've never really done any tournament play. How would you compare the tournament on Friday from the narrative? Was it that much of what you would?
I didn't like it.
As tournament play, really.
I didn't like it. I didn't like playing like that. I mean, this is just me. That's really my first tournament, also. But I mean, like, Thursday was super cool. I mean, it was cool on Friday too. But I didn't play the same way because you're like, oh well, I'll throw this plasma team squad like far away from the battle just so I can score like 3 victory points because it's there, as opposed to just doing something that made sense. It just didn't make any sense. But that's how you have to play. And at the very end, your guys are running all over the place trying to cap shit or whatever, and even though it doesn't make sense, that's how you win, I guess.
Yeah,
and, I didn't enjoy that.
I felt kind of shitty. My last game, I was playing against a World Eater player, and like the narrative day, you're given a mission, and like it's like, hey, you need to do this. Like, I don't care how you do it, like get it done, and it's a pretty simple thing you have to do. So it's like it's all in, like balls out, get that done. And you put your army to like its limits, whereas the tournament was like, hey, here's objectives, cap them, and like it was all Maelstrom cards. So like I felt like real shitty because like I was playing this World Eater player, and I popped his Spartan, and I just like kind of like I was in this one corner sitting on these 2 objectives, and I would like basically I'd tailor the cards, whatever cards I drew. I'd keep the ones that would make sense for me to cap in the next turn or so, and just kind of stay out of combat. And like I was just like, okay, let me cap this, and like it was just like it wasn't playing for fun; it was playing to win. And so like the tournament was like completely different. So it was a lot easier to game. Like I mean, every game that you played, it was just like super easy to game the system, game how you played, and you technically didn't have to get into combat the entire time. You draw a card, and you're like, okay, let me get on an objective. You're golden. But
yeah, see, I missed the narrative because of all the debauchery with the flights and everything.
Yeah, you got screwed, man, real bad. Yeah, Ryan's right. There were a lot of people that took the same list in the tournament and the narrative. Like I know I did. I just basically had to switch out Horus for Horus and his Just Aaron for a Leviathan and Fire Raptor. But I mean, other than that, everything else was still the same. Still ran Orbital Assault. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people just ran the same shit if they didn't have a Primarch.
yeah, my list did completely change up. I took a knight just because I knew I was going to be facing other knights, and that was such a waste of points. Don't
take a knight.
Don't take a knight. I lost him every fucking game.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, I didn't lose in my second game. Oh yeah, I did. No, I didn't. He was okay the second game, but like he was just garbage. Like there was no point in taking him.
The only thing I can really comment on my discussion is like because I went to LVO this year and I played the 40K side of it, dark side, and I was basically hammered for the entire event, but I was just walking around and watching everything because they had like narrative for 40K and stuff going on, man, and it's kind of like the best way I can explain it, it's like pudding. Like you got your chocolate pudding guys, you got your like tapioca pudding, not really pudding, but it's tapioca, right? You got like vanilla and stuff, butterscotch. Like everybody has their own taste, but the environment's totally different. Like there's people who just have fun doing that, and people like us who just like having fun with the story and a drive to why you're doing it, you know. And it's just.
I didn't get the pudding reference. There's just different flavors. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, like, well, I'm sorry, yeah, wrong. So you have like your chocolate pudding guys, right? Who hate tapioca, and it goes the other way. It's just like it's just flavor, man. Like if you go into that scene, if you're not part of after that kind of fun, like yeah, it will feel totally.
You kind of got a real bad echo. Are y'all getting that too? From
Yeah.
Rob?
Yeah.
Are you on a speakerphone or something?
I've been in the best Western.
I don't know. You sound like you're in a tunnel or in like a locker room.
Here, I got an idea.
Shit, man. I'm actually pretty happy with how this word bearer is coming out. Check this out.
I don't know. Seeing the LVO list, what he's talking about LVO, like the stuff that.
Looks good, Tom.
Yeah, the stuff that the lists that were posted for LVO look completely different than the lists that were there at Adepticon. Like the 2-night lists and shit, and the all flyer lists and stuff like that. There wasn't anything like that at Adepticon, right?
Yeah. By the way, how's that for sound? I just put in.
You sound a lot better, like 100 times better.
Perfect. Okay, so me being lazy. Sorry, guys.
No. But yeah, the lists there, right? They look like there's some broken last lists, or somebody was really trying to just fuck people anally.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Was it not like that?
No, it was well, like walking around LVO and stuff, man. Like it was like I was walking around the tables and stuff, and I saw some lists that were definitely like very fluffy and they kept to their theme, and then I saw others like there was an Imperial Fist guy that brought like 3 Fire Raptors and a Stormbird or Storm Eagle.
Oh man, that's fun.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, that's a huge contrast. Or, like one guy was bringing like Mechanicum, and he had like a Knight Atropos and like a Cerasis or an Archon. It was just like, whoa, like that's a huge like jump, man. But I mean, it's just kind of the atmosphere. I guess next year they're going to do like a 2-day narrative event, so we'll see how that kind of turns out. But I don't know. I definitely regretted not bringing my 30K and throwing into the fray of it.
Yeah, I'd really like to. Do you know who was running that?
Oh man, I did, but that was a while back. But I know it was very laid back though. It was a lot like who's traitor, who's loyalist. Okay, now go find your traitor, and then let's just fight. And then like they also had like I don't know, like there were a lot of people drinking and stuff. And I mean, beautiful armies. That was the one cool thing. Like all the armies there were just beautiful. All of them looked great. But it was very laid back.
Yeah, I'd really like them to get there to get the narrative thing going. If the lists are anything like they were there, then I probably wouldn't have as much fun. But Las Vegas is probably a lot easier to talk your wife into going with you than than Chicago.
I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, yeah, I mean, we could go to Chicago. And she's like, well, what would I do all day? I'm like,
try not to get murdered. And
yeah. Enjoy the pizza and don't get robbed.
Wear a low-cut shirt and stand next to me to distract the nerds.
That's right. That's how you do it.
That was the one cool thing they had. They had a lot of events going on for the significant other that showed up. Like they had like a what is that called? Scavenger hunt and stuff. And it was, I mean, but it's also Vegas, dude. Like I went to the tournament and then I went immediately down the street and started playing poker tournaments. Whatever.
Go find something in Vegas.
Yeah, but man, I'm Adepticon, man. I'm so upset that I missed out.
It was a good time, a really good time. I wish I had more time. Like, honestly, Thursday and Friday were like completely shot for me. Like, I didn't get to do anything else really. By the time I was done with the game, I was already fucked up, And it's like, well, all right, I guess I'll just wander aimlessly till I find
Artemis.
Yeah, look, just go kill 30 alien ships, whatever.
Artemis, man.
Kill all your engineers too, dude.
Yeah, fucking engineers, man. We need those guys.
Did anybody, like, you guys were talking about how you were piloting the ship? Did anybody break into a Scottish accent?
No, it was too serious to joke around like that.
Done. I think the guys before us did it, and it would have just been. I'm sure that guy would have just fucking threw up in his mouth if we would like. Oh yeah, okay, you're gonna do the Scotty. All right, we get it.
Oh, you watch Star Trek too? That's nice.
Oh yeah, I'm at a. Imagine that.
Let me show you how to fucking. Let me show you how to like take a fleet into a black hole.
Black hole. Your words.
Sorry, I was just trying to think about like we basically like lost an entire like enemy fleet to a black hole.
Oh my god!
It was like super lucky on our part. How you think you're cool, Kitty?
Yeah, my kitty.
I'll show you, Kitty.
Is anybody else gonna make the joke, or are we just gonna leave that out there?
I mean, Michael's all about that pussy, right?
There you go.
Mine's missing a tail.
Mine's perfectly fine. Mine's not missing shit.
The Forgotten Legion webcast where we show pussies on camera.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Unshaved.
Unshaved and petting.
Guys, I'll get us that.
Purring.
If we make that our tagline, I can get us the frat bro audience.
For one show. Hey, what the fuck, Simon? Where the titties?
Well,
I didn't see one pussy.
joke's on you guys. But now you're into 30K, right? Good. All right, cool.
Yeah. Sorry we didn't have any actual pussy, but about that 30K. What do you think, man?
All right, guys. Well, I think we've well over 2 hours at this point, so.
Fuck it, we're just gonna go till morning, Michael. Don't worry about it.
Hey, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
Get off my face.
This
Pussy
is
all
like
over
a
my
great
face.
chart for painting those turrets, man. God.
Hey, did we real quick, David? Did we cover everybody that was a part of the Janus thing? I know we wanted to make sure that we mentioned everybody that was involved.
Yeah, it was pretty much it was Chris Birch, It was Greg, Bart, and myself, and that was pretty much it.
No, I'm at the other
Okay.
stuff.
You meant like all the vendors. Yeah, we did cover all of them. I'll go through them again. Big thanks to Games and Gears for the brushes. Big thanks to Secret Weapon Miniatures. Without those guys, we definitely couldn't have been able to pull it off. That was pretty much fighting the cat now.
Cool.
Just going after Puerto Bravo. Stop it.
All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it then. I'm glad we had Rob with the Wolfkin on. Go check out his podcast and give it a good listen. And then if you're
do you got any links, Rob, that you want to throw out there, just to your forums or blogs or whatever?
Yeah, basically everything is hubbed out at the Wolfkin, which is THEWOLFKIN.com, and then from there that's like our hub, and it just kind of shoots off from everything. Beyond that, we are on iTunes, we are on Stitcher. Stitcher is the Wolfkin podcast. You can search us on there, but I mean, that's pretty much it. Same thing with the Facebook group. We have a radio page, the Wolfkin. That's all I got to search. You can pull up our page. But yeah, we're flooding the internets with our drunken rambling.
There you go, man.
I actually did forget one more person, and that's Badger. Cannot leave Badger out, man. They definitely helped us a lot with that.
Yeah, I'm real pissed. I tried to buy some paints from them at the very end, and they set up their shit, but they weren't there to sell me some paints. So I wanted that paint set. I should have got it earlier.
Dude, their airbrushes were fucking cheap.
Yeah, I should have jumped on that shit after seeing that.
I bought the what was it, Sotar 2020 and the Patriot together for $160.
Shit, really?
My God.
That's how much I spent on just my Patriot, man.
And I bought the big air compressor setup with the one that come with the tank for like $135.
Yeah, dude, they were fucking like they had like everything discounted for Adepticon, like hardcore.
Fuck, man, I'm gonna go with y'all next year. I'm gonna have no money when I get back.
And then they also had Angel, the painter from Infinity.
Fuck.
Yeah, he was there, just like fucking whipping out models, like just infinitying it up.
I love the Infinity models, man. They're nice.
Holy shit, man! Just throwing more salt out there.
Yeah, I have to.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Hey, Michael. Just so we don't know, fucking Zane sent us another list, and he's real mad that nobody's gonna do that. Do you think you can cover that on RFI?
Probably not RFI. I'll like look at it. Like, is it a Raven Guard list? I'm guessing.
I don't know. He doesn't. I don't know.
So excited and mad on the same go.
I think he just wants to hear his name. He wants to hear his name like on the cast. we hear you, Zane. We hear you, Relaz.
Shout out to our chat moderator, Zane.
Yeah. He's like, no, you're starting to wrap up. Y'all don't hear me.
What about my list?
Oh, look, Barth made it. Barth is in.
Oh, it's all late, dude. We're closing up, Barth. We gave you so much shout out, dude.
Good job, Bart Fart. Good job.
Dude, Barth was like just legit the entire time he was there, man.
Yeah, for coming in and not really having anything on his, like, not registered in anything or whatever, he got the Adepticon experience. I think hopefully he'll get to play. He got in on the Istvaan V game. That was cool.
Yeah, like me and him played. We played like 2 days with open gaming, man. We're just like, after we're done, we're like, fuck it, everybody's going to bed. No, we're going up there at the open table and fucking gaming.
So is it 24-hour open gaming?
Yeah, dude. 24-hour open gaming.
Fuck.
24-hour Bits Bazaar. 24-hour, like everything, dude. Everything you could imagine. The Whiskey Hammer goes to like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh man, they were so fucked up. I don't even know how they were like playing, like wasted, and you can't see the dice and shit. Like,
I don't know. Makes no sense.
Fun, good times.
I make memories, man, with hangovers.
So many memories. So many memories were made. Well, guys, that's all I got. Anybody else?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure we forgot something. We'll try to hit it up next week. But
Yeah, or listen to us to R5. We'll be recording tomorrow. Anything we missed out on, we'll be recording tomorrow. We'll be posting up tomorrow. We're going to take the audio from this webcast. If you missed it, we're going to throw it on our iTunes. So keep an eye out for that, and you'll be able to hear us.
And for what it's worth, thank you guys for having us, man. Thank you.
For sure, dude. Thanks for coming to Texas. I can't wait to play you. Are you coming to Victoria?
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Fuck yeah.
And hey, if it matters any too, I plan on being out at Austin too. So
Shit.
if you want to get some games in, man.
I mean, I don't have my big army here, but I mean, I can sling some points together, make something happen.
Dude, I'm foot slogging anyways, man. You don't got to worry about armor 14 on my end of the block.
Well, it's more like I don't even know if I have 2,000 worth of 2,000 points worth of stuff with me. So.
just play what you got, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks again, guys, for having me back on, and don't forget, if you need anything painted.
If you need anything painted, guys, Scattershot Painting.
Hit us up.
Our,
We'll take care of it.
Our preferred.
I'll be sure to send you 2 warlords, man.
Oh, we can do it. We can do it.
Hey guys, and if you're looking at a scattershot paint job or anything like that, tell them the Forgotten Legion sent you. They'll take care of you.
Definitely.
All right, guys.
You have a good one, guys. You have a good night.
Everyone have a good night,
man.